Hello, it's me, guys. I'm here. I'm sorry I'm late. We got a lot of stuff going on in markets. The nasdaq jumped up on Vance speaking, and then came right back down, but it's still at 30,741 right now. If you look at the nasdaq here, 30,741. Oil is all the way back down to 75.30s right now this morning, 75.30s. So oil has dipped. It dipped even more on Vance speaking, but then kind of got bought right back up here. Vance essentially said the Strait of Hormuz was open, and all things are good there, which, apparently they stayed up late last night trying to get this deal done, and they got, one of them. And so that is what's going on in markets right now. You can see Bitcoin here. If we look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's at 64s, which is better than it was last week. Gold is up a little bit, but still net down to 42.20s. It's still basically flat since last week for gold. But yeah, we're here, guys. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Ava? Good morning. Proxy, Raga, Charity, Jonathan, Zeke, Rooftop, SF or SS, Nee, Ashun, Kaltenberg, F, K, Sklee, G-Man, Max, Edson, Deckers, Pew, Kava. I think I said Kaltenberg, but good morning. Bobby, my dad's account, DJ, J Violet, Bobby, did I say Bobby? Sam, good morning. Gorilla, good morning. Central Scrutinizer, Julie, Mickey, BV, Issa, Doggo, Dragos, Pond. Good morning, guys. We are here. It is Monday. It is Monday, and we are here this morning.
Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing?
Britt is here also. A lot of stuff happened over the weekend. SpaceX is in mechanical index, SpaceX is the forced buying day today, apparently. 8.5 billion in mechanical index buying executes today, which is delayed from Friday. It's the biggest single day SpaceX flow event, apparently. Here's SpaceX. It's down to 174. It's underneath that. Did UK Prime Minister resign? Apparently he did. He announced he will step down. Nominations open July 19th over there. Andy Burnham is overwhelming favorite. I'm not really super knowledgeable about UK politics, so oil is back and forth. Again, Friday it closed. Did it close at $73 for oil last week? Or is AI just feeding me a bunch of crap?
Might have to. Yeah. Earlier it was down below. I mean, it was down in the $74 range.
Yeah, so the 19th is here, so it hit 72s. I don't know if it closed at 73s, but it did hit 72s last week. It's been a long weekend, guys. It feels like it's been a long time since I've been here. But yeah, Vance just got done speaking, and we'll talk about what he said in a second. It did move markets some, but Vance basically said, I'll just go to it now. Vance said, the president still has lots of options. U.S. is not imposing deal on region. We want to work a regional ceasefire. On Lebanon, he said, this is a work in progress. It will be an ongoing conversation. Already see fruits for talks for Lebanon. Mechanism aims to keep Lebanon conflict in check. We wanted to set up process that we can ensure funds help Iranians, not other stuff. If Iran assets are unfrozen, will make us farmers richer, he says. And again, you can kind of see the initial reaction here on the NASDAQ. NASDAQ originally reacted really well to this when he said the Strait of Hormuz was open. It went all the way to 828s. It's back down to 30.74s right now, 30.74. So it is back down a little bit this morning here. Biggest sell the news event day. I'm looking forward to SpaceX for futures versus current. SpaceX is our current best bet to go into the stars. NASA is it? Yeah. John, you should become the new UK Prime Minister. Yeah, I don't know anything about politics over there, but hey.
Yeah, I was looking. I just want to make sure you were talking about Keir Starmer, and yeah, he did resign.
Bro, my AC is out here, dude. I can feel it. It's cold. It's warm in here. I mean, dude. But yeah, Vance spoke. The NASDAQ went all the way up to 828s and then retraced it all the way back down. He essentially said, quote, for Vance, on Iran talks, made a lot of progress. The strait is open. But you can see the dollar here if you want to see like how it's influencing the dollar. Dollar index is up. So we can take a look at yields here as well after last week's Fed meeting. That people did not necessarily like the Fed meeting last week. That is why it feels funny in here, because it's hot in here, dude. It is hot in here. That is what's going on. All right, so you can see yields. Yields are currently sitting at 4.485%, 4.485%. So they're actually up a little bit from the weekend. Probably from just more back and forth regarding a deal talk. Less stability here. Although NASDAQ is up today, guys. Look, here's the NASDAQ. Slightly. Very slightly. 30.74. So we're getting close to all-time highs. All-time highs on the NASDAQ are 975. You can see we hit that back on the 16th. We are pretty close to that now. And it's looking more optimistic here. We're at 750s. 975s are all-time highs on the NASDAQ. So we're getting pretty close to that. Gold, again, is up a little bit. We also got news that apparently Alan Greenspan passed away. Former Fed Chairman Alan Greenspan passed away. So rest in peace to him. Bitcoin's up a little bit. Yeah, I do see Bitcoin rising some. Here's Bitcoin right here. So if you want to look at Bitcoin. Sorry, I had to edit my screen a little bit from last week's Fed meeting. But look at Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin up to 64,350s right now. So it's moving some as well here today. So a lot of optimism, I think, is showing. We're getting close to all-time highs, but I think there's still some worries as well, of course. I think markets are still a little bit nervous here. Memory stocks, we can take a look at those. Yeah, 6430s for Bitcoin. We can look at MU. Look at MU, almost at $1,200 a share. SanDisk, almost at $2,300 a share for SanDisk. So SanDisk is absolutely ripping up as well here, guys. What?
I was just laughing. Laughing at Pew.
What did he say?
Someone said rip Allen. He said Powell got him.
Oh, no.
No, I mean, I know he was joking, and I'm not laughing. I like, R.I.P. Alan Greenspan. I'm not, but that was just a funny comment. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's Pew, I think. SanDisk.
Yeah.
Bro, it's really throwing me off here, dude. It is warm in my office, bro. We're supposed to be getting a new AC unit today, but man, dude, it is warm in here, bro.
To make Carol come in there and fan you while you're streaming.
I know, dude. I was about to say, Britt, I'm gonna hire you to come in here and get like a, get a leaf and just fan it.
Dude, I'm not above it. I will, if you pay me enough, I will absolutely fan you.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I need something in here, bro, because this ain't cutting it, dude. I need a fan. This is not cutting it, guys. This is not cutting it.
Well, I can turn my air conditioner down if that makes you feel any better. Maybe that'll cool you down.
What's up, MVK? That's not my heater is not on. That's a fake fireplace you see in the background. The heat is not actually on back there.
So no more irrational exuberance, huh?
No more irrational exuberance, man. Unfortunately. The man. Greenspan. Yeah. I see people are like, yo, you got a heater behind you. I know, dude. I know I got a heater behind me, guys. Listen, I know this. It's not on. It's just there for cosmetic effect. In fact, I might write this heater off right now because, business expense. We need this cosmetic, stream here. It needs to look good.
So please keep your clothes on. I can totally see you ending up in like a 1980s type scene, from where character gets trapped in a steam room and ends up with their t-shirt wrapped around their head.
Right. That's what I feel like right now. Yeah, that's what I feel like right now. Bro with a pitchfork about to walk across the background. Yeah. Anyways, guys, look at gold here. Gold all the way down to 42.21s. But yeah, so Vance did arrive in Switzerland. The Pakistani Prime Minister Sharif and military chief joined as mediators. Both sides agreed de-conflict cell over Lebanon established. High level of commitment for political oversight created. Roadmap to final deal within 60 days. Vance did speak in Switzerland at 7 a.m. Eastern, which was about 30 minutes ago. Said it made a lot of progress and that the strait is open. Arachi said major progress to end the war. Oil and petro exports waived. Blockade lifted. Frozen assets released and major reconstruction and development plans were launched. There's still details that weren't included in this, though. No nuclear file negotiations have happened yet. Iran says they won't continue if the conflict doesn't end, and more. People are talking about the SpaceX forced buying day for SpaceX here. Let me look deeper into this.
better look deeper. That's what we pay you for.
Yeah, I mean, I'm reading about this here. I'm reading this article by Yahoo Finance, and you can kind of see it says, a little more than a week ago, SpaceX cemented its place in Wall Street history by raising $75 billion with its IPO after only 3 trading sessions, 2.66 valuation. Although investor euphoria for SpaceX has been off the charts, its structural changes to major index inclusion and SpaceX's historically low float are the primary responsibility for its stock rocketing out the gate.
Is that a pun?
Yes. More importantly, it forces passive funds that attempt to track these indexes to purchase SpaceX stock shortly after its IPO. Yeah. So forced buying day for SpaceX. So active and passive managers neutralizing benchmark exposure cannot be reversed once positions are added to portfolios. They're basically saying look for volume surges in the final 60 minutes, even outperforming broader tech. Also, like we said earlier, UK Prime Minister Starmer resigned. Burnham is set to take over.
Yeah, from what I see, there's not a lot of details on why he resigned yet. He just said he feels like he's not the best place to lead the party, apparently.
Yeah. Let me look this up. I heard about this. Yeah, he announced his resignation as leader of the Labour Party following mounting pressure from lawmakers within his own party. His decision comes in the wake of local election losses, mutiny from Labour MPs, and the victory of rival Annie Burnham in the Makerfield election.
Yeah, Sir Keir said he accepted he was not best placed to lead Labour into the next general election, and he had informed the King of his decision to step down.
Yeah, so it said the position became untenable after rival Annie Burnham won a parliamentary seat, paving the way for a viable challenge against Starmer's leadership. Basically, he knew he was going to lose if he didn't step down anyway, is what it seems like to me. His tenure was criticized for failure to significantly improve the cost of living, deliver economic growth. Yeah, so interesting here. But yeah, that happened as well.
And apparently he asked Labour's governing body to set out a timetable to replace him with nominations opening on July 9th and ending by the summer recess on July 16th.
Yeah. Yeah, see that as well. So U.S.-Japanese yen approaching 162 intervention watch, they say. It hit 161.78 overnight, approaching last week's 168.81 high. ICE 162. Katayama says ready to act suitably on currency fluctuations whenever necessary. Again, gold is up a little bit today. Bitcoin is up some. Nikkei smashed past 72,000, fresh all-time highs for the Nikkei index. And a lot of people.
I don't know what it means, but that just sounds like an awesome name for an economic index.
The Nikkei.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to say it wrong, you know. But,
how'd you used to say it?
I don't even remember, but it wasn't right. I know it wasn't right for sure.
I just think it's a cool sounding word. It probably just means money or something, but it sounds cool.
Yeah. Institutions are not going long. SpaceX valuations. Starmer was left center. Yeah, I don't know too much about UK policies and all that stuff.
I don't know near as much as I should.
Yeah, SpaceX getting added to indexes, which will force them to buy shares like when a new company is added to the S&P. Yeah, for sure. A lot of people were worried about man, I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I don't know too much about UK politics. What? Proxy? CNBC? Alright. Honestly, we that eval we were trading last week, we passed it in one try on Lucid though. So it feels good, man.
I always knew you were the best, John.
It feels good, bro. It feels good. Pass it one try. I'm gonna upgrade to funded right now. Sign this agreement and pass it one single try. We did that. You're welcome, guys. We knew we could do it. But yeah, what's the plan, guys? Are y'all bullish or bearish on the market today? It looks close to highs. Like it looks like we're getting close to highs. We're at 75.20s here.
I'm bullish in the wake of most of this news.
Yeah. This week we do have PCE inflation and GDP on Thursday. So we do have PCE inflation and GDP coming out Thursday. Again, watch the last hour for SpaceX today. That's what they're saying. 8.5 billion forced buying typically clusters into the close. I think markets mostly interpreted Vance's comments as bullish, but it's not super bullish. Like we retraced a lot of the gains we made, but we're still net green from when he started talking. Vance started speaking right here, and we're still over that, but only slightly. We went all the way up to 828 really quick when he said the Strait of Hormuz was open, and then we kind of fell right back down here. But yeah, the biggest day of the week after the FOMC's summary of economic projection, revisions, is Thursday. We have GDP and PCE inflation, which is what the Fed uses to gauge inflation. So yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. What do you guys want to buy and sell today? Let me know. I like TER. Proxy, yeah. Airdropping SpaceX because the funds want a lower price. Vance saying all the things he said. What's up, bull market? The old Fed uses it for inflation. Well, what do you think the new Fed is going to be using it for? What do you think the new Fed is going to look at for inflation? I mean, look, they might look at CPI more closely. They might look at other metrics. I still think they're going to look at PCE. But yeah, we'll see what they look like. You might be right. I hope you're okay. What? For a task force, that's right. They got a task force for inflation now. No, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm looking at other news here this morning. But hope all my fathers out there had a happy Father's Day.
How many fathers do you have?
All my dads out there, all of them. Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to you guys. Belated, but happy Father's
what's up?
Day.
Yeah, I see Bitcoin popping. What's up, Keo? What's up, Scottish Crypto? Yeah, so I see Norwegian Offshore Industrial Group said it will impose a work stoppage for Saturday in response to a oil service worker strike. Yeah, we'll see what he does. Happy Father's Day. Happy Monday to you guys as well. Thank you guys. Appreciate the love. Oh, we're here, dude. But again, I don't have any AC in my office right now, bro. Luckily, the guys are coming out there today, but I can feel it. I can feel it. NASDAQ up to 30,760 right now. But let's see where gold is at. I know gold was green on the day. Let's take a look at it. Here's gold now. 42.20s for gold. So gold is actually slightly red from where it closed. Where did it close last week? Man, it closed up there last week, I guess.
It was
Sunday's open.
Wasn't it up in like the $4,300 range last week?
Yeah, I don't know where they get these previous closing prices, but it looks green on the day for gold. Gold looks up. It opened the day. The Sunday open for gold was at 41.68s. We're now at 42.27s. So, we have the Asian high up here that we can watch for gold, but we're going to be looking at gold as well for sure today. We're at 42.20s right now. Hit 42.40s as that high up there. Right around 42.40s. New all-time high for MU this morning. Yeah, look at MU, guys. MU up to 1190s here, making moves. What's up, Max? Hey, what's up, dude? Hey, nice cow. Celebrated my first Father's Day. Amazing day. Congratulations, brother. Yeah, I'm looking at other breaking news here, but most of the talk is on SpaceX, Vance's speech, and more. I gotta change this music. I don't know if this is good music. We got a high standard of music to keep up with here.
I don't know. The music that you're playing on the open made it sound like we were going into a Rocky Balboa movie.
I mean, that was the thought of it. That was the goal. Yeah, so Vance said we made good progress on talks. Goldman is now cutting its U.S. recession risk forecast, though. Goldman lowered its 12-month recession probability to only 15% from what was previously 25%. They cited easing geopolitical risk after the peace agreement with Iran. They now say lower energy prices and an improving labor market support the downgrade. The new estimate is also below its pre-war 20% recession view. So apparently before this conflict, there was a 25% chance, according to Goldman Sachs, that we would enter a recession in 12 months. Within 12 months. Now it's all the way down to 15%. So that's good. I do see news, according to JMIC, that the Strait of Hormuz traffic has started to increase via Oman and Iran routes. Hormuz maritime security threat has been lowered to moderate only now, according to JMIC. So that's good news. Again, MU at all-time highs. SanDisk, this should be all-time highs for SanDisk as well. For memory plays here, guys. Look at this. I'm pretty sure this is. Yeah, all-time high is 21.91. So, yeah, we are over that now in pre-market. We're at 22.81s now, so.
I think something's wrong with my trade of 8. I think I'm behind. I think it's just malfunctioning. I don't think I'm behind.
When Goldman starts to say everything is fine, that's actually the time to start worrying. And you might be right, brother. You might be right. You know. Again, we don't have any data right now. Most of the data's for the rest of this week. Tomorrow we have flash services and manufacturing. Wednesday we got new home sales. Thursday, GDP, PCE, and jobless claims. Friday, University of Michigan, retail inventories, wholesale inventories, and more. Next week's honestly the bigger week with ADP data and more. Next week, non-farm payrolls, unemployment.
Yeah, we've got to do something about housing prices. I heard a statistic yesterday that the average age of a first-time home buyer is now 40.
Yeah, well, interest rates are high still. I mean, for that type of thing, interest rates are high.
Well, yeah, it's not just that. I mean, the housing market is just inflated, and building costs are really high, and materials costs are high. It's just gotten ridiculous. I mean, used to be first-time home buyers were 21, 22, 25, something like that. But an entry-level home used to be 70 grand,
Yeah.
Now it's 250 or 300.
Yeah. No, for sure. A lot of that has to do with corporations and funds buying up real estate. There's a lot of reasons, but yeah, it's been pretty high. It's been rising to an unsustainable level, I think. We see the Qatari PM and FM told Al Jazeera that they are continuing our mediation efforts with Pakistan to find solutions to bridge the gap between the parties. I see that news just came out. Yeah. Do me a favor, hit the like button, guys, as you join the stream. Hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. First-time buyers don't want 800 square foot houses. Yeah, that's probably true.
Exactly.
All right, guys. So what are we doing today? Oil still sitting at 75s. Memories what's bumping up. SpaceX here, guys, if we look at it. Still red on the day. Did not hold, but a lot of people are... See, I've heard some people say this is buy the rumor, sell the news, which means that we're going to correct back down. It's supposed to be the last hour of the day. It's supposed to be the most volatile price action for SpaceX. But we'll see what happens here. We'll see what happens. But yeah, SpaceX all the way down to 175s. So it's not looking good necessarily here. Does SpaceX rebound? Is it a buy or sell for SpaceX right now? What do you guys think? Buy or sell? Let me know in chat right now. Saying this PEG still below 0.5. Yeah, that's true. What's up, Messi?
I mean, if I was going to buy, I would buy at this level, but it may keep falling, obviously.
Yeah, so I asked the chat, sell, neither, dump, buy if hold. Sell was way overpriced, they say. Yeah, so most people saying it's sell, the news for SpaceX. Sell, buy Tesla instead, sell. Nobody wants to buy SpaceX today, guys? I don't know. I really don't know.
Aren't you already in it?
Yeah, I'm in SpaceX.
Okay.
But I'm holding it long term, and that's what I'm talking about is long term.
Well, no, I know.
Do we have no buys?
I think you're going to turn around and sell it tomorrow for a loss.
No, I'm just sitting in this thing,
Idiot. God.
Nobody wants to buy SpaceX right now, guys. I'll buy it at 60. Wait for 140. Yeah, we might get 140 sometime soon.
Sell but don't buy MicroStrategy.
I'm definitely not buying MicroStrategy. Although, I'm a big bull in Bitcoin. And look at Bitcoin. Speaking of Bitcoin, guys. Bitcoin's doing all right this morning. Bitcoin's up to almost 65,000. Almost. It's about halfway to 65,000. But it's moving. It's trying. Now, we'll buy SpaceX. Thank you, Borsch. Micron may sell off today. I got a one buyer, dude. Everybody was selling. Everybody's like, yo, we're selling SpaceX. Is this a buy the rumor, sell the news event tonight for the SpaceX forced buying day?
I mean, maybe. I just like that Jerry Maguire moment. It's like, who's buying SpaceX? Who's coming with me? And like,
who's buying forward? Who's buying with me, guys?
Yeah.
Who's buying with me? Nobody apparently.
That one guy's like, I'm going with you, John.
Rather invest in you over SpaceX. Oh, that's nice, Scottish crypto. I can appreciate that. You know, I would invest in me too. But
you know,
yeah. Symbol John, John. Yeah. Show me the money, guys. Show me the money. First 30 days is gonna be a wild ride. SpaceX is a penny stock. It's not a penny stock.
Max, I forgot about the goldfish.
Yeah. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving, you know. Nebius, yeah, I hear people talking about MBIS stock as well. It's up to 280.
What are they? Like, what kind of company are they?
MBIS?
Nebius. Whatever.
It's like AI infrastructure.
Okay.
Yeah. AI, high performance computing. I don't know, man. This one has been wild, though, man. Like, just to put this into perspective, this thing was at $14 a share in October of 2024. It's now at $300 a share. Just at the beginning of this year, it's at 86. It's at 300s now for NBIS.
That's pretty. Some people say that's good.
Yeah, these are crazy moves for it. I mean, if you look at it here, like you put a long-term chart here, that's a big move. It's not small necessarily.
Yeah.
I will buy SpaceX at $35. John, check the Anthropic news. Yeah, I heard something about the Anthropic news. What was the news? Let me make sure I got this right. Sam is saying Anthropic got rid of a few models, right? Anthropic to shut down their newer two models last Friday. They were big, not shut down now.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm really interested in this new company, Blue Star Airlines. That's what I want to invest in.
Somebody's been watching Wall Street. You know?
Yeah, you know it.
Insider trading, Britt. Insider trading.
Harley Sheen called me personally.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking it up, Sam. I don't see too much on this right now. I'll have to find more news on it, to be honest. About Anthropic having to close down their models. Yeah, the news is honestly a little light though. This morning, outside of Vance speaking here. Let's see, Apple at 295s here. NASDAQ has been very choppy most of the morning, though. It had this big move up with Vance, but outside of that, it's been a little quiet here. We're at 750s right now. So. Anthropic asking to be regulated. Yeah. SpaceX is still worth 100 trillion pennies.
Blue Star Airlines equals Spirit.
It kind of does, honestly.
Last time I was flying, there was nobody at the Spirit gates.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's things people want to be cheap with.
Air travel is not one of them.
Air travel is not one of those things. I think that people are going to, I think you're going to have some buyers, but I don't know if it reeks confidence.
I want to save money, but I don't want to fly on a plane that's held together with paper clips and chewing gum.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. That's right. Yeah. I'm keen on buying soon. Also, the index inclusion is only the Russell. The NASDAQ is in another couple of weeks. Yeah. Buy Rocket Lab. What's your favorite stock to buy right now, chat? Put it up. Put it up in chat right now. What's your favorite stock to buy? Let me know. Let me know how you feel. You know?
I don't know.
Yeah, but JD Vance did speak. We'll see if we can put some of his stuff up here. This is what he said, basically.
Millions and millions of barrels of crude and natural gas flowing through the Strait of Hormuz that weren't flowing before. But we also wanted to make sure that we actually set up the coordination mechanism so that we could demine the Straits of Hormuz, so that when there are the conflicts that inevitably come up, we can make sure we work through them rather than that leading to escalation. And that is exactly what we did yesterday.
Yeah, he basically said the Strait of Hormuz is open, and they came to an agreement, and this is what jumped the NASDAQ right here. And eventually, they must have heard something they didn't necessarily like, though, because it immediately got kind of pushed back down. And now we're basically sideways. We are holding right around the 200 exponential at 730s. So we are holding at 730s here, but yeah, markets didn't really prop up the green after he spoke here. So I asked people what stock do they want to buy. I see MU and Intel, Nokia. What did I buy last week? I know I bought more Netflix. Silver might, I mean, silver's up to 66. It seems pretty cheap relative to where it was, you know, a couple months ago. Netflix, Nvidia, SoFi, DRAM. I make money every time I buy MU. Sears. Did I hear peace talks went to ish? Yeah, they did. It was looking like that on Saturday, but apparently they spoke all night and they came to some agreements now. And so now it's back on. Now we're back. Markets are kind of back in risk on mode is what it looks like to me. Intel, LCRX, Nvidia, Soxel, Tesla.
Yeah, I think over the weekend we had one of those I'm gonna take my ball and go home moments, but it seems to have been reeled back in.
Honestly, if we were gonna at this point in time, we just needed some type of finalized thing, and this is good. We got a 60-day ceasefire now, so yeah. We'll see what happens over the next 60 days and whether that brings stability. Figma, man, I remember watching the Figma IPO, but yeah,
Figma.
Figma's a stock. I remember it IPO'd.
Oh, man, I figured it was a stock.
Yeah.
Just based on the context of your comment.
Let's see. I haven't looked at Figma in a while here. It's at $18 a share. Yeah, Figma's an AI-powered cloud-based platform.
Okay, cool.
It allows
to you too, John.
Basically. Hey, what's up, John?
We were getting a little impatient, but you're here now, so we'll let.
Yeah, you're here. Yeah, you're here. Okay, here. Don't fire Jono. He's here. Gold. Yeah, we've looked at gold here. Look, gold is up a little bit on the day. I see a little bit more of risk on mode. Now that the deal, gold is still not necessarily cheap though. It's at 4200s, but it's back up from where it was. You know, gold almost hit 4,000 back on the 10th. You know, got down to 4050s, so it's back up some, but it has dipped some last week here. The reason gold is down last week is because the Fed meeting last week was hawkish, right? It pushed yields up. The summary of economic projections projected higher inflation, weaker GDP, more rate hikes than expected. And speaking of that, we can take a look at the rate odds now, per the CME watch tool. But yeah, essentially higher yields, bond yields paying out more means less people buy gold, more risk off sentiment, so to speak, since bond yields are guaranteed. As of the next Fed meeting in July, we have currently a 36% chance that we raise rates, 25 basis point hike next meeting. A 36% chance as of now, roughly a 63% chance that we keep rates the same. What do you guys think we do the next Fed meeting? Do we raise or do we pause? It's going to be one of those two. It's not going to be anything outside of that. Do we raise or do we pause next meeting? Let me know. At this point in time, again, markets are pricing in a 36% chance that we raise rates next meeting in July. They're currently pricing in. I have to do the math here. What are we? Are we at 3.5 to 3.75%? So yeah, at this point in time, look at the odds here and how much they've changed. So at this point in time, we have roughly 90% chance we raise rates by the end of this year. That we'll have higher rates at the end of this year. Roughly 90% chance. Yeah, again, we're currently at 3.5 to 3.75%, a little bit less than 90, 89.3% chance to be exact, but roughly 90% chance that we raise rates by the end of the year. All right, so I asked people what we do the next Fed meeting. Yeah, Alan Greenspan passed away. Rest in peace to him. What's up, Code? Hey, good morning, my friend. Good morning, dude.
He was a centurion, though, so, you know, good for him.
Yeah, rest in peace to Greenspan.
Yep, I think we pause. What do you think?
I think we pause too. Yeah, I think we pause as well.
I hope I make it to 100 as long as I feel all right. That'd be cool.
Yeah, Paul's first one. Pause. Most people are expecting pause. Jado says increase. Yeah, I think we pause rates as well. I think it's still with the Marsh's first couple meetings. I don't think we're gonna raise next meeting. I think especially now that we have a little bit more optimism around U.S.-Iran relations, oil prices being down. I think they're going to say, hey, we're going to wait and see what happens there. Oil prices being down is one of the big drivers here with under $75 a barrel now for oil. I think if oil was at 85s, 90s or something like that, then, it looked like we're going to raise a little bit more likely. But at this point in time, yeah, pause makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Good morning, Faye.
What's up, Adrian? Good morning, Faye. What do you think the next Black Swan could be? I mean, it depends on what we define as a Black Swan event. Like, Black Swan just meaning like big, scary, negative, market-moving catalyst. You could argue the conflict in Iran was one,
Thanks for clarifying. I wasn't sure about that expression.
So yeah, you could argue that Iran was one, but I don't know. I don't know. We could look at software. I think software has been back and forth a lot lately. If we're really looking at it, here's Microsoft down to 370s. Software stocks. ServiceNow has been the big talk lately, under $100 now.
John decides to pull his money out of the market, and it all goes to pot.
Yeah, that's right. Paul's first one. Yeah, it's a second one, but I believe it Paul's as well. Below 70 for oil, we won't get a rate hike, but a rate cut in December or later. I don't know if we'll get a rate cut either. I personally think we're going to keep rates the same all year. Personally, that's what I think. Who knows for sure, though? It's very difficult to predict. But like I said, I personally think we're going to get pauses all year round, basically. I don't think we're going to be super aggressive anything. It depends on what oil does. It depends on what the conflict does. But, oh, dude, I ate brisket last night, dude. Acid reflux. But yeah, I personally think we're pausing.
You don't have to low-key brag about your brisket eating, John.
Dude, it's messing with my stomach.
You're eating too late.
I made a deal with Carol. I was like, I'm going to get brownies and ice cream. But it's going to be the last time. The last time
Ever?
I get him. No, the last time for like a couple weeks. I'm pausing, brownies and ice cream for a couple weeks. Is what I'm doing. Yeah, whether the Strait of Hormuz is open, it just depends on which way we look at it. So basically, the news that came out, Woe Infinity, is that essentially what we're seeing now is that Vance and his team, when they met in Switzerland with the Iranian counterparts, things went well. They stayed up all night apparently getting this deal done. And then Vance spoke earlier this morning, and markets are just pricing in that optimism. So the vice president said the Strait is open. Iran and the U.S. have laid a very good foundation for a successful final deal. We negotiated past 1 a.m., he said, and more. And so markets just started pricing that in. He said Hormuz is open. Yesterday was a good day for talks. We set up a mechanism for keeping Hormuz open, he says. And so, yeah, and then he spoke again at 7 o'clock this morning. So markets originally reacted really well to it, but again, they've kind of corrected back down some. They're still up, though, overnight. They're still green. You can see we opened up on Sunday right here, and now we are all the way up here to 42.25s for gold. Like, I'm looking at gold because gold has, can show you what yields are potentially doing. I'm looking at the NASDAQ. I'm looking at Bitcoin as well. But everything is basically up from where it opened on Sunday, which is good news. And a lot of stuff is past where it was on Thursday as well, or Friday, depending on which day you look at it. I didn't really watch the market on Friday, of course. We weren't really here. But yeah. Yeah, Microsoft has gotten absolutely hammered recently. It's down a lot.
Really? How much are they down?
I mean, it's down a little bit on the day, but it was at 555s in July of last year. So it's at 555s. It's now at 379s. So the last 12 months, it's down a very large percentage for Microsoft. It's mostly software fears and stuff like that, like software fears and, just some corrections there. But Microsoft's gotten hit. Oracle as well.
Well, so then who thinks it'd be a good who thinks it might be a good time to buy Microsoft then? I mean, I know it's not like cheap, but it's much cheaper than it was.
Yeah, is it time to buy Microsoft, guys? What do you guys think?
Also, let's see. I don't eat red meat, but I heard Texas brisket was delicious. It's an experience. Right? Like,
It's
if you go
good.
to like if you go to a really good place, it's better than delicious, honestly.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
But yeah, it does sound like possibly a good entry point for Microsoft. I don't know.
What do you guys think? It's a time to buy Microsoft right here. Yeah, there's so many deals getting done here. There's so many deals getting done. We'll see if they actually stick to it. It's almost time to buy it. Honestly, I'm tempted to buy the NASDAQ right here, but I'd like a little dip first. It's just so choppy right now. Markets aren't really pricing in anything. They're not really doing much. 22% of the year. Just on this year alone, is it down that much for Microsoft? Let's see, it opened the year. Yeah. Microsoft closed last year and opened this year at around 470s, 480s. It's now at 370s. So yeah, that's about, yeah, you're right. That's about 20%. That's not good. For long term by Microsoft. Obsessed. What's up, Obsessed? Microsoft sinking hard. Yeah. Bitcoin hits year-end low. Isn't it time to buy Bitcoin here, guys? Look, Bitcoin's doing good today, man. Look at Bitcoin. 64,740s for Bitcoin. I gotta change the song here. But yeah, I do not have AC.
In other breaking news, John's AC is not working.
I do not have AC right now.
Hey, dude, this is why you should invest in a summer home for when these kinds of things happen. You can just, jet off to your other house.
Well, we have AC. We've got a bunch of units. We've got like 4 AC units. And so we've replaced 3 of them over the past year or 2.
Jeez.
And now we got the final one that just broke on us, you know.
Homeownership is the gift that keeps on giving, isn't it?
It's partially to blame my wife for because she likes to keep it 65 degrees here.
That's why me and Carol get along so well. We both like it cold.
Yeah, it's freezing cold all the time. But now it's not cold, but it's hot because my AC is broken. We're at 64,000.
Some people say that's less than ideal.
That is less than ideal for sure. Bitcoin at almost 65K though. Is it time to buy Bitcoin? People say no. Buying AVGO over Microsoft. How's Broadcom doing here? Broadcom at 408s right now. 408s for AVGO. It's doing better than it was. It was under 4s for a little while.
Over Microsoft, and it's just as safe. I mean, what is there? Just more growth potential with AVGO on top of it being secure? Apparently.
Yeah, they always crash during the summer phase. That's right. Yeah, AVGO is at 411s. What were you saying, Britt? Sorry.
I don't know. It's cool. I was just reading that and say, where they said it's AVGO over Microsoft and it's just as safe. I was just asking, do you pick them over Microsoft despite comparable like safety levels because there's more room for growth in AVGO?
Well, yeah, it's probably a newer company. Broadcom had bad earnings and they just got hammered from it. So Broadcom's earnings weren't necessarily good.
Okay.
Yeah, so I see last Friday, Witkoff gave Anthropic 90 minutes to turn off their 2 newest models, Fable 5 and Mythios. The reason was jailbreak. When in the guardrails, they put it in to prevent generating hacking. As writing fix this code rather than generate this code, broader implications for AI and national security are extensive. Yeah, I'll have to check into that, Sam. Seems interesting.
Yeah, it seems AC's always crashed during the summer. Yeah, they do. And just like anything else, it's always on Friday at like 5 o'clock when nobody's going to come to your house.
Yeah, that's right. So we do have this new Lucid Flex funded account that we have here.
All right.
We passed it last week. I don't know. This looks bullish, no? Is this bullish or bearish on the NASDAQ right now? I mean, it's up. We've been trending sideways, though. If we get a dip, we're in, let's see, where's the point of control? It's at 730s here. So we're looking at 730s POS, or POC. Hey, what's up, Sam? Chevron and Microsoft 20-year power deal, AVG earnings.
Sorry, didn't mean to cuss. I was actually just showing you that.
Yeah, no, Microsoft hold on. I'm reading. MicroStrategy buys 520 Bitcoin for an average purchase price of 67,068. I see Strategy buying more Bitcoin here. Not a lot relative to some of its other purchases, but it did buy some. Adobe expects AI traffic to U.S. retail sales sites during Amazon Prime Day event to rise by 103% versus June of last year. Like I said earlier, we saw that the Qatari PM and FM told Al Jazeera that they're continuing mediation efforts with Pakistan to find solutions. Strategy could 6x on a bull run. Yeah, we'll see here, guys. Do me a favor, hit the like button while you're on the stream. Hit the notification bell. We appreciate it. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We appreciate the love. Thanks so much, chat.
Yeah. Show that you appreciate that we appreciate you, you know?
My bedroom would hit 89 Fahrenheit. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I don't know if I want to buy this up. If we get a dip, maybe I'll buy it to like 750s. But we have an upward trend here. Like, I think if we look at this, we have higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So we have an upward trend in the NASDAQ, but the Vance comments kind of throw the trend a little bit out of whack here. What's the SPY doing? Here's the SPY, 750s, Q, 740s. Here's the S&P 500. Gotta be using Friday's price action. Yeah, AVG earnings weren't necessarily bad, but we reacted negatively to it for sure. So like we didn't really react super well to AVG numbers, in all honesty. We'll see what SpaceX does. Yeah, we don't have PCE today. PCE's not today. PCE is Thursday. GDP is supposed to come in as well. GDP last time should have been 1.6%. It was lower. I think they expected like 2% last time for GDP. So I'm looking for momentum before I scalp up and down.
Hey, well, thanks, Sam. I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Sam. Hey, we already got 131 likes. Appreciate that, guys. Dude, it is freaking hot in here, man. I would get a fan, but a fan's gonna be warm too.
Yeah, I put my in the show of solidarity, I put my robe on, so I'll sweat with you.
Yeah, put it up to 90 degrees, Britt. Show your support, dude. You know. SpaceX announces inaugural offering of senior unsecured notes. They're going to use proceeds to repay bridge loan and for general corporate purposes, according to an SEC filing. So we did just get this news regarding SpaceX, just drop right here, that they announced inaugural offering of senior unsecured notes. They're going to use it to repay bridge loans and for general purposes, according to an SEC filing. I'll look for a little dip here. We'll see if we can find one. But the market's honestly kind of flat, kind of rangy right now. Not a lot's going on. It was a long weekend, dude. It's been a few days since we're here, no? Bearish today?
Yeah.
What's up, Check? Easy to understand. Bearish today. Slow upward feels kind of trappy. Bull or bear? Let me do a poll. I have not done one yet. Are you bullish or bearish on equities today? Bullish or bearish on equities? I guess. We can also go with gold. But that's the poll. Bullish or bearish on equities? Similes are the only thing holding markets up, let alone tech. Well, I mean, it's kind of memory. Memory is what's propping markets up. Look at MU. Look at SanDisk, right? So memory and MU and SanDisk are propping markets up right now, at least some. You know, SanDisk, again, all-time highs this morning. MU, again, at all-time highs. And these have been incredibly consistent. If you look at a long-term chart, these are wild swings. Wild swings on the upside. Look at SanDisk. It's the crazier one because it's currently like right here. It's over all these all-time highs. In August of last year is at $40. Today is at 2,100 or 20,200 basically this morning for SanDisk. And so really we're seeing memory plays go crazy. Zero bias going into this week. We'll wait for the chart to tell me. Strategy lied to investors, sold us Bitcoin recently. It sold us Bitcoin, what was that, like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago? It was something like that. Was there a World Cup game yesterday?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I know we've won twice though.
Yeah, we beat Australia. I heard that. Sorry, Jay. But we won. We won. We did it.
We done it.
I don't watch soccer or football, as you guys call it.
Yeah.
I grew up in America. We watch football, the other football over here. Baseball.
Even though we barely kick it in that game. I mean, we do kick it,
no,
but just not all.
I can't lie. I watched the replay, and I really don't know what. I mean, I know how to play soccer, and I got into it. I was happy we won. We did it. We did it. We did it with. We were down a player too, and we still did it. So yeah, we won kickball basically. I knew we could do it. Brought up on MU earnings, yeah.
John, you want to go in with me?
This is how you know AI is bad, though, right here. This is how you know AI is bad. I just searched this. Just now, I just searched this. Today's matches, guys. June 20th. Definitely not Saturday. Definitely not Saturday. Today's match is June 20th. Definitely not Saturday, guys.
I mean, I get messing up on some stuff, but like, I know AI can pull up a calendar. Come on.
Yeah.
Soccer is awesome. I don't care what anybody says. I played it as a kid, and it's a lot of fun, and they're tremendous athletes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, their cardio, dude, is just crazy. It looks like a fun sport. It looks like a fun sport. Honestly, I watched Ted Lasso. I got kind of into it.
Oh, it totally is. And apparently, I don't know if it's like all soccer players or just like at the professional level or whatever, but they're apparently the healthiest athletes on earth because it's basically just nonstop high intensity interval.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, they're moving over there. They're moving.
Yeah.
Hassett is speaking right now, apparently. Hassett says Alan Greenspan was a brilliant mind. Says condolences to family of Alan Greenspan. Says AI companies are printing money. Says there are profits everywhere in the AI sector. So Hassett is speaking right now. Let's see what he's got to say.
Okay.
Yeah, so Hassett's speaking right now. Trying to see if there's a place where he's speaking or if the quotes are just going to come through. But yeah, Hassett speaking right now says there are profits everywhere in the AI sector. Says AI companies are printing money. Yeah. UK Minister Pollard says I will be backing Andy Burnham. Are the prophets in the room with us? Well, they're coming probably. SpaceX is also moving up too, guys. Look at SpaceX. Back up to 177s here. Probably, Max. But yeah, rest in peace to Alan Greenspan.
What about Alan Greenspan's recipes?
Yeah, so KeyBank initiates SpaceX with a neutral view. KeyBank initiated coverage on SpaceX at a sector-weight side against dominance in space launch and related markets. The firm highlighted Starlink as a driver of profitable growth and sees AI as long-term upside catalyst. However, it argues these strengths are already reflected in valuation, leaving a balanced risk-reward profile, basically saying it's even balanced. Strategy also bought 520 Bitcoin over the past week, adds 300 million to US dollar reserve, according to a filing. Yeah, those billionaires, they live a long time, dude.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Yeah, they live a while, bro. They live a while.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I could afford farm-to-table food and a personal chef, I'd live a long time too.
Yeah, me too, bro. Shit, Yeah.
that and stress is a serious health degrades health pretty seriously.
Yeah, sleep is important too.
Yeah.
I'm just about some Microsoft. Yeah, here's MSFT.
Well, good luck. Good luck.
SpaceX is gonna fall once the lockout is lifted. SpaceX is good at 140. Yeah. Looking at our poll, so I asked people, are you bullish or bearish on equities today? 59% say they're bullish, 41% say they're bearish. So 59% bull, 41% bears apparently. And we don't have any economic data today at 8:30. So no economic data today at 8:30 it looks like, but we'll give it time. See what the market brings us. I'm gonna try to cash out around 450-ish, unless you're Bill Gates. Oil dropping, is it really? Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, oil's still down 74.70s here. It looks like it. I'd love to maybe short it here. That's what I'm thinking about doing, but we also have a dip in the NASDAQ here. I will try to buy the dip. Oh, I missed the dip. We'll take 2 contracts, add to it if it goes in my favor here, is what the plan is right now. Let me put this up so you guys can actually see this. But, there we go. I'll put my window capture device thing. There we go. Yeah, we're down some. Like I said, I'm going to add a little bit to this. We have 6 contracts here. Let's see if it holds. And the NASDAQ. Yeah, I heard Faye mentioning the Chevron Microsoft deal that was announced. Apparently, 20-year power purchase deal for data centers in Texas. So that's good. Robinhood's doing an offering. Yeah, it dropped a little bit on that news. What from like 107s down to 103s. Bounced all the way back up. So it dropped a couple percent, although it did just pop right back up here. So, dilution's not good, but maybe if they're going to be spending the money right, people are going to be more optimistic in it. We'll see. SpaceX might drop when sale blocks are removed, but would also pump when added to the indexes. Good luck figuring out the net effect of that. Yeah. What do you think about memory? I think long-term memory is probably okay, but short-term, who knows? And it's up a lot, so there's risks. Just based off how much anything up that much, there's risks, even if it's justifiable technology and movement and valuations. I think you got to look at like PE ratios for some of these companies. SanDisk PE ratio is at 60, so it's still kind of high. PE ratio of MU, what is it? Still roughly 53, 54 for PE, trailing PE for MU, so still up. So I think long term, if we're looking long term for memory, it makes sense, but I think there's always risks. Right? Let me know if you guys agree with me. Is it time to buy memory? Alright, so we're in this trade. We bought a little dip here. I just want to see if we can start heading up to like 30.8 if markets really get optimistic here. Hassett says some really big tankers are going through the Strait of Hormuz, says getting debt to GDP down is a high priority, says AI companies are printing money, adds that there are profits everywhere in the AI sector. Yeah, well, I was talking about trailing PE, TTM. Alright, so we got a little green here. Not a lot, though. There we go. I'm going to take some off immediately right here. Look at this. Beautiful bounce. Exactly where I wanted. We're going to take 2/3 of this position off. But, nice little bounce where he wanted it. So good trade to start the day here, guys. NASDAQ. I want to see 30,800s. Let's see if we get it. We've already scaled out of most of this trade already. John is printing money everywhere. Well, we're trying, bro. We're trying. Up to almost 795s. Let's see. Really nice trade here. I'm going to cut it at the top right there. I think I have to. So we're out. Yeah, I saw some AMC news this morning. I did see some AMC news. Look, we're at 796 this year. I could have maybe held this. I want to see if this is news driven. I don't think so. 2 super tankers enter the Gulf through the Strait of Hormuz to load 4 million barrels of oil, and the tankers heading to the Iraqi port of Barsa. 2 smaller crude tankers with under 2 million BBL into total sail through Hormuz into the Gulf. So tankers getting through, maybe making people optimistic. Is oil dropping simultaneously here? Like, is oil dipping? Yeah, oil's dropping too. I don't know if it's the tanker news or what boosting markets, but we are popping up. Yeah, I think it could be news. I just got news that 2 super tankers entered the Gulf through the Strait, load up 4 million barrels of oil, and the tankers heading to the Iraqi port of Barsa. And we also had news that 2 smaller crude tankers with under 2 sail through Hormuz in the Gulf. So maybe what Van's saying about Hormuz being open is somewhat accurate, because we're getting news that tankers are getting through now, is what I'm showing here. I think that's probably what's boosting markets right now, but it's hard to tell. That dropped 4 minutes ago, which would line up to this price action here in markets. So,
are you showing oil right now?
I'm showing oil's at 74.60s.
Okay.
Is your data still off? It could be because your eval is gone, Britt.
Maybe so. I mean, it seemed to work fine until today, even once the eval was done.
Yeah, look at the NASDAQ, guys. So I wanted 800s. People telling me I should have held longer. You're probably right, but I think it's easy to see that in hindsight. Yeah, I think it's easier to see it in hindsight, though. We're up to 812s now. 812s. You got to remember, I'm trying to just build up a cushion on the day right now. Oil, if we take a look at oil here, let me pull oil up. Look at oil right here. So oil's at 74.50s right now. So, yeah, so oil dipping down to 74.5s. Yeah, so we're moving down some here, 74.5s. So yeah, again, if you're wondering why markets are moving, I'm pretty sure it has to do with the news that we got a couple minutes ago that 2 super tankers entered the Gulf through the Strait of Hormuz to load 4 million barrels of oil, and the tankers heading to the Iraqi ports of Barsa. So I'm pretty sure that is the news driving markets, is that those 2 super tankers got through. And again, you can kind of see the NASDAQ did jump on this. I'm just going to say my trade is all skill and not luck, guys. All skill and not luck. Definitely not lucky that that news came out right when I entered the trade. That's definitely not it. So, you love to see it. You love to see it. If John held his winners just a little bit longer.
I mean, maybe luck is a skill too, you know?
Yeah, I'll put him. It depends on how quickly. Like, if it's a small trade, you know, it depends. That'll influence whether I set a stop or not. I've got 2 long at 30,730. I'm trying for a long trade today. Hey, you're pretty good in there, Jason. Then that's a pretty good average. I don't know if this news is going to continue pushing it up, but you know, maybe some optimism getting in there. We do have higher highs, higher lows. We're getting close to, this is where Vance spoke right here in the NASDAQ. You can see it right here. So this is where Vance spoke, said the Strait of Hormuz is open or something along those lines, and got markets really optimistic. Something he said, though, made markets immediately de-risk. But insider trades, I wish, dude. Yeah, my insider trades to make 150 bucks, 200 bucks, you know, definitely insider trades, you know. I found that inside knowledge just so I can make $200, you know.
Yeah, dude, that's half a week's grocery money, you know?
Right. I could buy 8 pieces of bubble gum for that, guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Bitcoin also moving up, though. Look at Bitcoin here. So Bitcoin up to almost 65s now. Yeah, it's looking more like some type of deal is in place and the Strait is opening. Yeah, it's looking more. They apparently negotiated all night, and now things are looking more optimistic. Bitcoin's about to hit 65,000 though. I mean, I just liked where we were in the volume profile. That's the reason we bought that. I thought if we got in here, we might have some quick movement, and we did. It was catalyst driven for sure, but that's what I was trying to take advantage of. We can watch 30,800s now right here. And drink some more coffee.
I'll be back in just a sec.
All right. Oil is singing Tom Petty. Yeah, free falling down for sure. Let's see if we hold now, though. Market's mostly priced in hawkishness last week. Yields are still up. Rate hike odds now are 90% that we're going to raise rates by the end of this year. So I think that's still scaring markets, but oil is lower after the weekend talks went well, apparently. At least yesterday's talks went well. The weekend talks we actually had back and forth. You know, I saw something like one of the Iran leaders refused to shake hands after some of the threats or something like that. And so it looked like we might get more escalation. And then Vance apparently negotiated all night last night and came out positive at the end of it. So that's basically where we are now in markets in that way. Might be another rug pull though through the end of the day. Yeah, I mean, it's possible for sure. I'm watching MU SanDisk, obviously SpaceX today, with a lot of people calling it forced buying day. NASDAQ is holding though here, guys. Look at it. So the NASDAQ is holding, still pushing up to 815s now. Here's the high from when Vance speak again at 828s or so on the NASDAQ, 828s. We'll see if we hold here. Yeah, Sibbies are still ripping up. Look at Nvidia right now. So Nvidia back up to 210s. That's a good spot for Nvidia as well. I mean, it ripped back up on Thursday, but Nvidia was back to the low 200s here, so it's starting to rebound back up a little bit. Here's Google.
Speaking of Nvidia raises $25 billion in debt as investor demand tops $85 billion.
Yeah, and I really like Nvidia long term. Short term, I don't know what it's going to do, and it's been a little laggish short term realistically. So I see Amazon Prime Day sales are seen up 9% to 26.3 billion. When's Prime Day?
Tomorrow.
So Prime Day tomorrow, U.S. spending during Amazon Prime Day expected to rise 9% to 26.3 billion, driven by demand for discounted back-to-back school and household goods. Adobe data shows retailers, including Walmart and Target, are also running competitive sales, intensifying deal hunting. Amazon is projected to capture about 60% of U.S. online spending during the event, its highest share since 2019. NASDAQ still jumping here, and look at oil. Oil still falling 74.50s. All right, we're about to test the high from when Vance spoke, which is right here at 828. It's the high of the day. We're getting up there. Hell, I should have held the trade, guys. I should have done it. I should have held, guys. How could you let me get out of here this early? How could you do it? I don't know whose fault it is. It's definitely not my fault. I blame the chat. I blame Brit.
Foolish chat. No,
Yeah.
I will not take the blame on this one.
I blame Pew in the chat right now. Pew threw me off earlier today. I blame Pew.
Yep, it was you, Pew.
Yeah, I'm pointing fingers at everybody out here. I should have held, guys. I should have held.
You know what they say, John? When you point a finger at somebody, you got 4 more pointing back at you, or whatever. 3 more, I don't know. Whatever. Do your math.
Honestly, the chat's yelling at me. They were like, "Yo, you should have freaking, you should have held that trade." I know I should have, guys. We just broke the highs.
Somebody's got to yell at you, otherwise you'll think there's nothing wrong with you. You know?
Y'all gotta keep me in line. Y'all gotta keep me in line. Look, 830s on the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ did just break the highs from when Vance spoke. Didn't actually do anything from it though. It's now pulling back a little bit, but we did get up to 830s now on the NASDAQ. All-time highs are what? 960s? What are the all-time highs in the NQ? They're like 960s or something like that. 975 all-time high on the NASDAQ, 975. So yeah, we're getting close to all-time highs here. Okay, I'll take the blame. Mark Toe. It was you. I knew it. You know, Mark Toe.
I did too.
You know, I started my computer today. I was like, that guy Mark Toe. You know, he's gonna throw me off today. I know it.
That dude's gonna be a problem.
I know, dude. Mark Toe. The toe of Mark. You know, his fault. It's definitely his fault. CPI above expected? CPI was 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Which CPI are you referring to, sir? Do we have some other CPI drop? We had Canadian CPI, but that's not going to move markets. It showed up at 2.7 versus 2.5. Core 0.6 versus 0.2% last time. Core CPI 2.2%. It was higher than expected for the land of Canada, but that's not really going to move markets. It's Canada. No offense to my Canadian friends out there. I like poutine, guys, but that's not what it is. Do I buy this? Do I buy this dip now here?
Vladimir Putin.
Yeah. It's definitely Mark's fault. Yeah, I don't know which CPI they're talking about. We had Canadian CPI this morning, but again, it's not really going to influence anything. A Canadian inflation rate dropped 2 minutes ago. Again, 2.7 for common year over year versus 2.5 expected. The news really pushing markets is that 2 super tankers entered the Gulf through the Strait of Hormuz to load up on 4 million barrels of oil and on the tankers heading into the Iraqi ports of Basra. So that is the news that markets are getting excited about. Oil's been dipping. It continues to fall. It's at 74.60s right now, so. I actually really like Canada, just to put it out there, guys. I do. I really beautiful country. Honestly, nice people, very friendly people, great food. I really like Canada, actually. I've lived there, you know. I've lived in Ontario. Huh?
I want to go to Lake Banff.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful.
I don't know what that is, but yeah, it looks cool. It sounds cool.
Oh, look it up. That's what Google was for.
What's up, Sai? Good morning. What's making the market pumps? Some tankers got through the Strait of Hormuz. Vance said the Strait of Hormuz is open, and now oil is dipping, and the NASDAQ is ripping today. We're at 837s. But yeah, we got news that 2 tankers got through the Strait of Hormuz. I think it was more than 2. 2 large tankers got through the Strait, and then 2 smaller ones also went through. And oil's been dropping on that news. This news came out, roughly 10 minutes ago. I would love to just act like my entry is just that much on point, but yeah, news came out at 8:20 market time, so right around here, and now we are up here, so pretty good news all around. We'll see if the market keeps pushing up towards all-time highs. There's a chance we do.
Yeah, probably that Alta Camarada, and I don't know, like if that's it, forgive the misspeak. Yeah, listen to what I mean, not listen to what I mean, not what I say.
Do what Britt does, not what he says, guys. But no. Yeah, rest in peace to Alan Greenspan. Again, Alan Greenspan famously in the .com bubble talked about how we were in the midst of what he described as irrational exuberance. Hold on. All right, so Britt, hold it down. I got
Okay. But
right,
I've
guys.
never actually had
NASDAQ is still climbing up. Don't talk about food, Britt. I'm still here. We're at 850s right now. 850s.
Dude, when you leave me, all of a sudden I gotta. That's like my go-to. You know,
I know.
That's what I know.
I knew it. I knew it. No. Yeah. So now, good, dude. Okay, hold on. Hold on. All right, Britt. Yeah, don't talk about food. Talk about markets, Britt. All right, I gotta call Carol. Markets.
Okay. All right, so let's talk about food, everybody. Sorry, it's kind of hard for me to talk to you guys because he's still in my ear. I don't know if y'all can hear him. I'm assuming you can't. But talk about Mark's toes. You can talk about that. Honestly, I ate a bunch of snacks for supper. Although I did make some lima beans with whole okra cooked in it, which was delicious.
I hear food.
Yeah, you're gonna hear food because that's what I was talking about.
I can't get to that. We can talk about wheat futures. Right. Let's talk about soybeans, corn futures, guys. Let's do a little bit of a mix.
I have some. Okay, in that case, I have some really good elote seasoning for my corn.
Yeah. Listen, I knew you would. Lean cattle futures, Britt. What did you guys eat for Father's Day? We can talk about food. I ate brisket. This is what I ate yesterday. I ate brisket. What did I eat for the morning? I ate brisket. It's the most healthy meal ever, but it was Father's Day, so I could actually do it and nobody could get mad at me for it. I ate brisket, cream corn, beans, ice cream, brownies. This is genuinely what I ate yesterday.
Oh God, dude.
I know, dude. I know. I'm trying to think of what I had for lunch.
I ate lima beans with okra, like okra cooked down, smothered in the lima beans. It was really good. But then the rest of the stuff I had was just like, not junk, but snacks. Like I ate buffalo chicken protein chips, beef jerky, like dehydrated snap peas. That's what I ate.
Oh, man. All right. NASDAQ dipping down a little bit.
And chocolate covered granola. Just got to throw that in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I ate it. I shouldn't have eaten it, but I did. You know, we had to. All right, guys. NASDAQ. We're getting a little pullback.
And ribs. Sorry.
No, you're good. So we are seeing a little dip here. Let me see if there's... So the Lowy Institute says Australians' trust in U.S. hits record low. Most Australians say China relationship more important than U.S. They trust in U.S. to act responsibly. Drops to 31% sentiment. What you doing over there? Okay. Buffalo chicken. Yeah. All right. So we did get a dip here in the NASDAQ. We are dropping right now. I might buy this dip. I want to see if it's catalyst driven though here. I'm going to buy a little bit of this dip. We already made some. I might add a little bit more down here. I'll set a stop loss on this one though. I just want to see if we bounce at 825s. We just bought this dip. Let's see if we get a pop back up. There's a little pop. We're in 3 contracts here. Give it some time. Little scalp move.
Actually, John, I am an astronaut. I secretly work for SpaceX, and I'm on my way to Mars right now.
Yeah, he's where I get my insider knowledge from, guys.
Yep, they call me the Rocket Man. I play Elton John all the time.
That's right. He looks like Elton John.
Oh God, don't say that.
He gives the same vibe, you know.
dude, you can. Okay, I'm not gonna say what you can do because you know I'm polite, but you know what you can do.
All right, so we bought this dip here. I don't know if this is. I see BCB sells 20,000 reverse FS swap contracts. We got Pfizer earnings and Chevron earnings today, apparently. All right, so I see Fervo Energy Company. So we're in this trade. It's small. It looks like we might get stopped out. Maybe not. Maybe we just ripped back up here. There we go. That's a nice little bounce. Okay. It's taking a little bit too long. I'm going to de-risk a little bit here. Small little green trade, but green trade nonetheless here. Chat, I will take it. SpaceX sent some insider info. Here, I gotta go help Carol with something, so I'm gonna get out here. Britt, hold it down. Read some news or something, Britt. I'll be back later.
Later? Alright. Send you some insider info. Okay. Space is cold. Just in case you didn't know. And I'm looking for some news. Apparently, Putin envoy claims credit for Keir Starmer's resignation. I don't know what that could entail, but I don't know. John, please stop vaping before you get popcorn lungs. He does need to stop, but you know, he's an adult, so he's not going to Mars, he's going to Freddie Mercury. What the heck? I mean, call John what? Dude, I mean, I don't know if there's like a Louisiana burger recipe. I think there's just like, you know, good burgers and not good burgers. Decent quality meat, good seasoning. That's all you really need. Well, it's not my first day, but I'm not nearly as well read into the stuff as John. Let me see if I can find something though. Here's something on Micron, I guess. Investors are heading into the week focused on Micron's earnings, the Fed's preferred inflation gauge, and a few other market-moving updates. The main theme is whether the recent stock rally, especially in tech and semiconductors, can keep going amid fresh data and headlines. Micron's quarterly report is the marquee event. Traders will be looking for signs that demand for memory chips remains strong, especially from AI-related data centers, because that would support the broader semiconductor and AI trade. The article that I'm reading from also notes that Micron has become a major bellwether for whether chip prices and profits are still improving. The other big number is the Personal Consumption Expenditures, or PCE, inflation report due Thursday. That matters because it is the Federal Reserve's preferred inflation measure, and a hotter than expected reading could influence interest rate expectations and pressure stocks. Investors are also watching housing data, including new home sales, for another read on how high mortgage rates are affecting demand. The broader backdrop is still fairly supportive, with major indexes near record highs and technology stocks benefiting from the AI investment boom. But the week carries risk because strong earnings or softer inflation data could reinforce the rally, while disappointing numbers could quickly change sentiment. Overall, this article frames the week as a test of both AI-driven earnings story and the inflation outlook. Micron and PC are the two biggest catalysts, but housing and other corporate updates could add to market volatility. Now, you guys can just discuss that. I'm glad you all know how to read news, but you're not on here to read it. So,
listen, guys, I meant to do this. I'm going to start taking this off.
But you wouldn't have listened anyway.
I meant to do this, guys. Listen, you know, I meant to sell exactly there. I knew this would happen. Guys, I knew it would happen. You know, it left some excitement for the stream while I was gone. And I know I'm here. I meant to do this, guys. Listen, I knew we'd break down there.
Honestly, I saw him talking about it. I just, I figured you were busy anyway, and I'm sure you could stand to lose a few $100 or $1,000. You know, whatever.
What happened, guys? Yeah, listen, I knew it would keep the stream going, you know. They were going to be like, John's in a trade. You know, we must wait here.
Yeah, so I kind of sucked a little bit, honestly. I read a news article, but other than that, I just kind of commented a little bit.
Did he talk about food, guys?
Once.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me what a good Louisiana burger recipe was, and my only response was that Louisiana specifically doesn't have burger recipes, just that, you know, all you really need is good quality beef and some decent seasoning.
Yeah. Yeah, I might buy this pullback now, actually. I'm looking at it. Is this
I would have
news
talked
driven,
about
though?
cooking. I would have talked about cooking the whole time had John not disparaged it.
All right, I just jumped in a trade, but we're heading down kind of quickly here, so I'm a little worried about it, in all honesty. Let me take some of the size actually off here. I don't trust this at all. Give it a second now. We're at 3 contracts here. I like the dip area, but I don't like the size. So we'll give it a little bit more time here. Also, guys, you want to help support the channel, check out Lucid. Lucid's great. I got funded in a 100K Flex account in 1 try last week. That's what I'm trading on right now. Flex has some of the most free rules. There's no consistency rule once you're funded. And so it's what most people talk about in the funding game is the Flex accounts on Lucid. Great accounts. Again, you can use my coupon code BGT at checkout. Get the max discount if you have not already, guys. Here's the link if you want to check it out. I appreciate the love. We're up really nicely on it today. There's the link. Check it out. You can get 50% off your first 2 accounts.
Oh, cool. Great, you can read. Thanks, Nathan. I'm glad you recognize that, man. I can read.
All right, so now we're green on this trade. Goldman Sachs cuts 12-month recession risk estimate to 15%. We talked about that earlier. There we go. Let's scalp a little bit more out of this. There we go. I would have cut a little bit more. I should have held that 6 contracts, dude. I'm gonna cut it right there. Get out on the bounce. Hey, thank you, Day. Day, I appreciate the sub, my friend, or the becoming a member. Brother, thank you, sir.
That was a misspeak, Sam.
He told us his plan to overthrow you. I knew he was plotting, guys. I knew it. Gold actually dipping down a little bit here. Look at 42.18s. Oil jumping back up a little bit on this bounce, so it could be geopolitics related. Markets could just be pricing stuff in, but let me look a little bit deeper here into the news. U.S. Federal Reserve notes with deep sadness the passing of Alan Greenspan. Goldman Sachs cuts 12-month recession risk estimate. We saw that earlier there. That came out like an hour ago. We covered it when it came out. Here's SpaceX. SpaceX back up to almost 178. So there's a lot of talk about SpaceX running today. Do you guys think SpaceX runs today? What do you guys think? How long did it take you to get funded? 3 days. I think it was 3. Pretty quickly, though. I mean, again, the thing about Flex is that it takes a little while. There's a 50% consistency rule in evals, so it takes you a little bit longer. The fastest you can get funded is 2 days, right? But once you're actually funded, it has some of the most free rules in funded accounts. You know, so like, there's benefits to it, even though it takes a little while to get funded. Once you're actually funded, it's got some of the best rules. Yeah, I'm looking at yields right now. Let's take a look. I don't know if I've looked at 2-year treasury yields this morning, but let's dig a little bit deeper here. Yields haven't really moved too much today, although I do think yields are going to be down some, right? They're actually up a little bit from last week. Here's 2-year treasury yields. Here's the Fed meeting. So this is, yields are still elevated from the Fed meeting. Here's the Fed meeting here, and then here are yields now. So they're still up there. SpaceX trapped today. I was hoping SpaceX would be running today. Yeah, there's talk of it being what they describe as forced buying day for SpaceX. Forced buying day. So we'll see what happens, but forced buying day apparently is here for SpaceX. Bitcoin is now tapped 65,000 here. So Bitcoin is now over 65K. Look. So Bitcoin is running back up some. It would be nice. I'm hoping for SpaceX running today. I wouldn't touch it. Selling will offset mandatory buying. All right, so Bitcoin up there. Where's my trading? We've been pretty good trading today. We got in one accidental trade, but shh, I meant to do it. It looks bullish here. I mean, this looks like a, a bullish move. Higher lows, higher highs. We're around all-time highs. We are at highs of the day basically right now. Yeah, so people are asking me about SpaceX forced buying day. So it's because of index inclusion is what it is. So SpaceX got added to major indices. When it completed on June 12th, several index providers announced they would be included in their flagship indexes. This is the NASDAQ 100 with early inclusion eligibility, the Russell as well, and then MSCI Global Standard Indexes. June 9th it was announced. It didn't get added to the S&P 500 yet. But basically what's happening is that institutional fund managers must buy it in specific quantities regardless of price or market conditions. They have no choice. Their fund mandate require it for SpaceX. So there's a lot of talk about SpaceX today and whether at the last hour of the day or so we're going to get some, buying pressure coming in. Today apparently it's 8.5 billion. It's the initial inclusion into multiple major indexes simultaneously. It was originally scheduled for Friday last week, but it was pushed to Monday because markets were closed for the 19th. All the funds that needed to buy Friday have to buy today instead, is what it is for SpaceX apparently. So SpaceX up to 177s today. It's still red on the day technically from where it closed Friday or Thursday, but it's up a little bit over the last few hours. We'll see what happens. Let's front run the institutions. Well, a lot of people were worried this is going to be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. So a lot of people were worried we're actually going to go down. Hey, can we leave this open? It's hot in here. Like the AC's not working in here apparently. The heater's not on. You gotta help the vibe, Carol. You gotta help the vibe. I need the fire in the background. Let's front run the institutions. Yeah, I mean, I'm in SpaceX. You guys know me. I wanted to go up. I might buy some more Microsoft down here, though. Who's being mean to Brit? Point them out. Who's being mean?
That guy and that guy over there.
Point them out here in chat right now. Who's being mean to Brit?
He took my lunch
SpaceX.
money.
Who did it? I'm like Brit's older sister right now, okay?
Dude, my older sister did used to beat people up.
I know, dude, she did, for sure. All right, so look, here's a red candle. I might buy into this dip as long as it's not catalyst driven. Hold on, look at this drop right now. So, we'll take one right here. Just one. See if we can scalp this move, but we got just one here. It's a little bit of both. Is SpaceX a rocket ship company or an AI company? They're a little bit of both. Listen, a 15-point drop's a 15-point drop. If I could scalp a 15-point drop, I will. Maybe I could have taken larger size. I'm holding this in case it starts ripping over 820s, and then I can add to it and raise my stop, is what I'm doing here. Actually, I don't like that. I like this as a stop. Yeah, I don't see any other news coming out that really would influence things either. I see Federal Reserve acknowledges Greenspan's passing. Yeah, and Greenspan again, guys. In like 1996, Alan Greenspan called the market irrational exuberance, and people criticized him at the time for saying that. And then 4 years later, we had one of the longest bear markets and market crashes in history. All right, so for Alan Greenspan, so he was a guy that knew what he was talking about. He was a little early in '96, but he was still correct. And a lot of people correlate that period of time with today in terms of market influence and you know, AI versus internet bubble is what they correlate it with. Especially Michael Burry talks a lot about this, right? So one of the big talking heads at the time, you know, passed away today, unfortunately. So rest in peace. Where's the oil? Is the oil keep... All right, so we are green on this little one contract trade here. I think I'll let it work a little bit longer. Oil's still heading towards the lows of the day, though. It's a very small trade here. I don't trust it enough. Maybe I'll buy more. We've got a pretty nice cushion on the day, though. We're up about 250 on the day right now. We'll see if we can grind a little bit more. Yeah, Alan Greenspan, what was he, 100 years old?
Greenspan? Yeah, he was 100.
100 years old. Was born in 1926 in March. It's now June of 2026, 100 years old. Gold pulling up, is it? Gold's actually falling down a little bit right now. So yeah, gold is actually fading some. I'm going to give this time. I want to see if it gets up there. We're close enough to all-time highs where I want to see if the NASDAQ starts pushing higher here. Hold, John. Yeah, I mean, I'm in this. I'm not selling right now. I can hold it break even if I want, but I think I'll probably hold it somewhere around break even. As long as we don't get news coming out today, we should be all right. And markets are still, I think, reeling from the two super tankers entering the Gulf through the Strait of Hormuz news earlier. Yeah, Netflix all the way down to 76s. I might buy more Netflix. Chips are up. MU and Sibby's. Or Mibri and Sibby plays. Still doing very, very good. I'm just wondering what kind of price action. We got 30 minutes until the opening bell. I'm curious what kind of price action we're going to get heading into the open. It's a little bit slower this morning. But as I say that, look at that red candle here. I'm not going to hold through this. It's the 9 a.m. orders probably going through. We're still up about 250 on the day. And we're about to hit 9 o'clock. Let's see what the 9 a.m. orders bring us. But we're starting to dip some here. Huh. Yeah, Pawn's saying we might see some sell-offs in other sectors. Here's 9 a.m. scrum. And maybe I should have held through 9 a.m. Look at the 9 a.m. orders go through here. Wow. This or some other news just came out. That seems kind of big for 9 o'clock, no? Let me look at another chart, but I should have held, guys, dude. Listen. apparently my entries are the greatest entries are ever done in markets. My exits are the top 3 worst ever, apparently. Bank of America sees 3 Fed hikes, flips outlook, so they now expect the Fed to hike rates this year 3 times, reversing its prior no change forecast on stronger data. Whoa, okay, this is something here. Look at this. NASDAQ is up. Something's going on right now. I don't think this is just 9 a.m. orders, huh? Let me look at stock news. Something's going on right now. Wow. Look at this candle here. So Fed's Waller does not comment on economics. Lagarde says we remain well positioned to navigate the uncertainty caused by war. Blah, blah, blah. Nothing really market moving there.
No, I don't see any tweets either.
If this is not catalyst driven, very strange. Very strange. If this is not catalyst driven, this is very strange. Yeah, look at this candle. NVIDIA announces halos for robotics, which aims to improve the robot's awareness, seeks to make humanoid AI robots safer around humans. I don't know if that's going to do it, though. I mean, maybe. Let me see. NVIDIA did jump up, but not enough to move markets like this. MU makes strategic investment in Anthropic Series S or Series H funding rounds. We got ECB's Lagarde speaking right now, but I don't think that would move it either. Very large green candle for 9 a.m. People are saying MU. I don't see any news here. Very strange. It's a big candle. We're getting close to all-time highs as well, so my bullish bias is going to increase with this candle as long as we hold. Could be MU related. Again, I see MU make strategic investment in an Anthropic Series H funding round. So here's some news that could be causing it. You can see it right here. I'll put it up in the chat right now, but maybe that's what this is. I see some NVIDIA news as well, because MU did jump up kind of simultaneously with this candle here. That's a very large. It's a very large move here. Look, maybe this is it right here. I'll put it up on screen. Look, here's the news right here about the the investment from MU into Anthropic. I see NVIDIA's Vera Rubin accelerates the world's most demanding HPC workloads, including climate modeling, computational fluid dynamics, and energy exploration. Yeah, man, look at the NASDAQ jump on this news. You can see MU here. MU went up to 1,200 all-time highs for MU. So I guess this is the catalyst to drive this move up. But man, not small, not small. Here's the NASDAQ. So I guess this is what it is. Again, NVIDIA or Micron investing into Anthropic Series H funding round. But you can see the catalyst right here driving this. Interesting. What's oil doing? Oil's still flat, so it's not geopolitics related. I guess, yeah, it's that MU news, NVIDIA news as well. Vera Rubin accelerates the world's most demanding HPC workloads. Also, they announced halos for robotics, aims to improve robots' awareness, seeks to make humanoid AI robots safer around humans. Oh yeah, Waller speaking. He doesn't comment on economic policy or anything like that, though, so that's not what this is. Michael Saylor's strategy again bought about 39.4 million of Bitcoin. Yeah, NASDAQ jumped. Let's see if it holds now. All-time highs are not that far away. All-time highs in the NASDAQ are right here, guys. So here's all-time highs, 975 roughly. So we're close to all-time highs. Might buy this dip now. We've been buying dips all morning, and that's been working out fairly well, but... to buy this dip right here. We just jumped in. We'll add a little bit more, maybe 4 or 5 contracts into this. Down to like 830s. There we go. We'll stop right here. I see Lucid is going to lay off roughly 18% of its workforce. They're talking about Lucid vehicles, by the way. Lucid cars, EVs. Yeah. I mean, I think most standalone EV makers outside of Tesla and Legacy are going to struggle. I've said this for years. All right, so we're in 6 contracts here. Try to take a little bit more risk with a big cushion on the day here, but we're continuing to fall here, so we'll give it some time, but MU's now pulling back as well. That could be driving it. Don't give back the whole gains we made. Morgan Stanley plans to spend $1.3 billion to acquire Office Tower to expand its Dallas operation. Yeah, we're gonna have to liquidate some of this for sure. It's right around my stop. I'm gonna have to cut it.
And apparently that tower would create space for 4,800 jobs. So that's good.
Yeah. You don't love to see it, but we're still green on the day.
Oh, you can do it, man. Yeah, I believe in you.
Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Like, we'll be all right. You know, maybe we'll buy the dip again. I don't know. But 825 seems to be a support level. So we are kind of fading back down here. I want to make sure we don't have any more bad news. Yeah, Lucid vehicles, I've always talked about this with EVs here. Most up-and-coming EV brands are going to struggle. Unless you're Tesla or your Legacy, like Toyota or something like that, Ford. Most of them
or you bring some kind of game-changing technology to it.
Right, like most of them are going to struggle because people are going to go to the big boys, right? Like they don't want to buy like an up-and-coming, less-known car brand. Right, like I always correlate it with like National Lampoon's Vacation. Like nobody wants to buy a car brand that most people have never heard of, right? Like you got less support, you got less understanding. It's just riskier, obviously. So
yeah, you either need to negate like the power loss that range loss that EVs experience in cold weather, or lower the charge time or something.
Right, oil is now jumping up here. I'm trying to see if there's any catalyst going on right now. Let's see. Micron and Anthropic enter memory storage supply pack. Micron made investments in their Series A funding round. Yeah, MU is starting to push back higher. Let's see if it causes the NASDAQ to bounce a little bit. Find the chat again. Yeah, Lucids are cool. I actually like Lucids a lot, believe it or not. Like, I actually really do like Lucids. Again, they're fast cars. They're cool. The problem is just not enough people want to buy them. All right, so outside of how cool they are, I have to look at, like, viability of business. And I think just not enough people want to buy them. There's less people are interested in actually paying for them. Is the real issue that Lucid runs into. They're cool cars. People go with cooler cars, though, I think. Unless it's a DeLorean, yeah. Take me back to 1956 or whatever it was. Alright, so NASDAQ is now sideways over the last 5 minutes. We got 20 minutes until the opening bell here. I like Lucid Flex. Specifically because Lucid Flex enables you to... There's less rules once you're actually funded on Lucid Flex. So like once you're actually funded on them, there's less rules. You just need 5 days of a certain amount. There's no consistency rule, no DLL beyond your initial trail on Lucid Flex. So I think Lucid Flex is the move. And if you use my code, you can get 50% off your first 2 purchases if you haven't used it yet. BGT. Use code BGT. Help support your friend here. But yeah, I like Lucid Flex. There we go. Oh, did I not show you guys I was in this trade? Let me show you. We got a nice move back up here. Oil just dipped down, so it looks geopolitically related. Alright, so let's see what... Is there any breaking news on oil or Middle East stuff? Looks geopolitically related. Yeah, Waller is speaking, but he's not speaking on a monetary policy, I don't believe, right?
I haven't seen any details on what he's speaking about, just that he's speaking.
Yeah. 10-year Treasury yields could fall slightly in the second half of 26 towards 4.3% according to Julius Baer. Jobs market not be as strong as recent data suggests. Yeah, but that shouldn't
Yeah, he
really
passed
move
away.
anything.
He passed away, David, but you are a little late on that.
Yeah, we got that announced early this morning, a few hours ago. Seems something's moving, but because oil correlated with it, but maybe nothing big. Heading into the opening bell. Yeah, you're definitely late, David. No, we don't have any big data today. Most of the data centered towards the end of this week. Is yeah, most of the data centered towards the end of this week. Alright, so we are green in this trade, guys. We are green. I don't know whether I should add to this or cut it. If judging previous history, I should add to it, but NASDAQ starting to climb back up there. Our entry's pretty solid here, though. Alright, so Qatar Energy Minister says what happened at Ras Laffan was an accident and not aggression or sabotage. So that might be something that moves things, but...
And the U.S. issues an Iran-related general license.
Yeah, I see that. U.S. Treasury issues a general license allowing production, delivery, and sale of Iranian crude, petrochemical, and petroleum products through August 26th, according to Treasury Department website. The authorization defines a temporary regulatory window for Iran-linked energy transactions. And oil did crack lows of the day on this, but it kind of pivoted right back up. But it did crack those lows. And it seems to be, markets seem to be so optimistic here. You know, I'll add a little bit to this on a dip and then try to hold it break even now on the rest. Give it a chance. There we go. Alright. Took a little bit off just now. Let's see if we can keep riding this higher. I'm going to be pretty whippy with the rest of this and cut it quickly, though. But we're still moving up. There we go. We get up to those highs of the day here. We're right up there. I'm worried we're going to reject right up there, though, but I'll hold. We'll hold this break even now. We even set a stop loss. As long as I remember to cancel it if I cut it early. Also, guys, I'm going to put it in sub-only mode, so if you have not already, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We appreciate the subs. Thanks so much. Let's see if we hold now. I'm trying to hold, brother. I'm trying to hold. Again, we're just trying to build up a cushion towards the end of the day. Or towards the opening bell here is what we're doing. Like, if I could build up a good $100 to $300 cushion, I can take larger risk at the opening bell. That's what I'm essentially doing. And yeah, usually OFAC has issued Iran a general license X authorizing the production, delivery, and sale of crude, petro, and petroleum through August of this year. We're right at highs of the day, though. The opening bell's in 14 minutes here, chat. 14 minutes. Market on open data is at about 9 minutes. Oil still falling down sub, so looks like markets are still pricing this in. Well, there's a couple things moving markets right now. Number one, we got a couple tankers through the strait. Number two, OFAC has issued a general license for Iran oil. That's number two. Looks like I might get stopped out on the rest here. Number three is that MU is investing in Anthropic Series H funding round. So we got that news earlier. MU's pushing towards all-time highs. SpaceX day is today in terms of what they call forced buying, meaning that in order for it to get added to the index, those fund managers have to buy it to, you know, because they have to hold it. So we just got stopped out on the rest, which is fine. So a lot of stuff is going on today. No real economic data, though. Economic data is light today. Ugh, I might have gotten bottom ticked here on that exit, but it's alright. How can you set a stop loss in pre-market? Because there's no pre-market in futures, brother. I mean, you can set one anyway in pre-market, but there's no pre-market in futures, dude. So futures don't have a pre-market. They're just open. You know, they're open most of the day. They're only closed for an hour every day, so there's no pre-market session. I can market in and market out in futures, and that's what I'm trading here is futures. Yeah, MU just got up to 1204s. Look at MU here. 1202s. So they are moving up sub as well. I don't know if it's from the World Cup. I really don't know. Yeah, all good.
Oh, the U.S. license also covers transactions involving blocked vessels.
Yeah, SanDisk up as well. Here's oil, so you can see what oil's doing on this news. Oil's cracking the lows of the day, at least it has been. It's down to 74.30s. All right, we're getting close to the opening bell here. Oh, dude, I barely got stopped out on that last one. That's all right. Yeah, but stock index futures have an underlying market with an open and a close. Sure. Yeah, I mean, they correlate with the open. They're definitely more volatile once we open. But in terms of restrictions, like in stocks, right? Like if we're looking at stocks or indexes or whatever you want to look at, in the stock market specifically in equities, outside of like index futures, if you trade in pre-market, you have to set what's called an EXT order, an extended hours order. You can't use market. You can't market in and out. You can't use market stops. You have to set a limit stop instead because you can't use market orders until 9:30. But in futures, it's open. There's no extended hours. It's just open. Right now, they still correlate with equities, but you don't have the same restrictions in futures. It's one of the reasons futures are useful, if that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting for us to get single stock futures. We should be getting that sometime this year, I think. I hope. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But we should be getting that sometime this year. They said in February that we would get single stock futures sometime this summer. Now, summer's rolling on. We haven't heard anything since. So, we'll see. But But yeah, I think it'll be fun when we get single stock futures. That basically means you'll get to trade futures on like Apple and Nvidia and more. And so single stock futures come. They should hopefully come, if they tell the truth, sometime this summer. I hope so, you know. Yeah, SpaceX is down here now. 176 is, I don't know, man. They're talking about forced buying day. I'm in SpaceX. I want it to go up. We'll see what happens. Yeah, taxes are different for sure. All right, guys, listen, we got 9 minutes left. 9 minutes left. Let me know if you're bullish or bearish for the opening bell. I'm going to go with bull just because we're close to all-time highs. We're close to high of the day in the NASDAQ. We could obviously reverse this into the opening, but I'm going to go with bullish here. What do you guys think? Bull or bear? Let me know in chat. I did a poll on this, actually. Let me see what the poll says. Yeah, I did a poll on this already. The poll shows 65% bullish for the opening bell. Bear. Hey, what's up, Tariq? Bull, neutral, bull. Yeah. Short bull, but it'll pull back to break even. Yeah, I mean, maybe we could reverse. I'm just watching for all-time highs. All-time highs are 975. We're about 100 and something points away from all-time highs at the NASDAQ. So I'm looking for either one. Like, I'm not necessarily super biased. My bias is slightly bullish just because we're close to highs, and I think the movement we've seen in pre-market is mostly bullish. Mostly optimistic and bullish. Oil's down a lot. NASDAQ's about to tap all-time highs of the day again at 870s. So, hey, what's up, Tiny?
So you think just the number itself will draw the market up?
It could. It's not for sure. You know, like, it's just a guess. But it could. It could. SpaceX 140 soon. Maybe if it's a buy the rumor, sell the news event for forced buying day, maybe we get 140s, but we'll see. Early morning bullish, mid-morning end of day, big time bearish. I'm bullish on Bitcoin, Chase. I like Bitcoin. All right, NASDAQ just broke highs of the day again, up to 871s. But I'm mostly bullish on Bitcoin. Long term. I'm going by the 4-year cycle. You know, but 115 at least for SpaceX. Where do you guys want to buy SpaceX? Give me your price in chat. Let me know. Where do you guys want to buy it? 7 minutes until the opening bell, chat. About 7 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think it's at a bad price now. It just depends on, you know, obviously if you think it's going to go up or down, but
yeah, long term I think it's okay.
Long term, I was going to say, I mean, like it's not a bad price to get in now if you're going to hold it long term. I think it's going to go up eventually. I don't know.
Yeah, I see 100, 160. I see 115, 65, 90, 110, 90, 85s. SpaceX 50. Yeah, so the Israel PM says we will remain in the security zone in southern Lebanon as long as necessary, according to Al Hadath. I think we also have to watch Memory today, guys. So Memory has been pushing markets. MU announced they're investing in Anthropic series rounds earlier today. MU is at all-time highs, 1204s. So is SanDisk. 2277 for SanDisk. Currently 2287 all-time highs here. So memory plays are at all-time highs right now, heading into the opening bell today. So memory stocks are pumping. 140 SpaceX will be a buy. Not for me, but a good price level. I don't think it'll go under 160. Well, it's at 170s now. I think it's still pretty recent after IPOs. So hard to gauge. But look at the NASDAQ. NASDAQ right at highs of the day here with 5 minutes left. Here's the market on open data right now. So let's see what this does to the data, to the market here. So here's market on open data. So these are orders for the opening bell here. Sometimes they can swing things, but you can kind of see this move and start wiggling a little bit at this 5 minutes before the open time point. The PE is crazy. You'll know after earnings. Bitcoin will hit 45K by the end of the year. Intel all-time high again. Yeah, 144s for Intel. All right, guys. Yeah, we have 5 minutes left. Here, hold on.
Okay.
All right, sorry, we got contractors here. So Treasury Secretary Bessent says, in line with the ongoing productive talks in Switzerland, Iran has committed to free and open transit in the Strait of Hormuz and to permit International Atomic Energy Agency inspections in their country. The market on open data mostly reacted negatively to most of the stuff going on right now, so we're mostly dropping here ahead of the open. But yeah, we're at 850s right now, 860s. But here we go. So markets are starting to get baked into the open. We have 3.5 minutes left. Nasdaq's actually dipping some on the market on open data. So yeah, we're still dropping here. So we're starting to pull back. Can memory stocks be long-term forever investments now, or is it cyclical? Are we bullish today, lads? We're bullish so far. AI is profitable. Yeah, look at this pullback heading. I almost want to buy this. It's too close to the opening bell, though. So this is probably a little too close to the bell for me to be interested here. Look at the drop. The bottleneck is still memory, and yeah, that's why memory's up so much, just because the supply versus demand of it right now. High demand. All right, here we go. Robinhood is pushing back, or pushing to scrap SEC Rule 611, a little known rule meant to stop the market from skipping the best stock price investors can actually see.
Yeah, that's just a snippet from a full article, but...
Well, look at the NASDAQ start to pull back a little bit before the opening bell here. Again, I would buy this if it wasn't so close to the bell. We have 2 minutes until the opening bell. The market's dipping. Yeah, NASDAQ down to 825s again. We'll see if market's starting to get baked into the music. Yeah, I mean, we're dipping pretty quickly here. We're kind of retracing a lot of these gains that we made earlier. You know, my opening bell's in 1.5 minutes. Pullback is bullish. If it wasn't the open, I'd buy it. But with all the volatility and variance we might get from the opening bell, I'm going to sit on my hands right now and not do what everybody thinks I'm going to do. Freak out and take the trade. But no, we're down to 825s, 820s. It's a little early for the opening bell. Could be the market on open data moving things, but let me check news real quick. We have 1 minute until the opening bell. Let me see what we got. Bessent, Treasury issued temporary 60-day general license authorization for Iranian oil. We saw that earlier already. Qatar says continues with future long or liquefied natural gas export plans. All right, so we'll see, guys. Here's the opening bell, 30 seconds. NASDAQ dipping down. Yeah, NASDAQ starting to fall here. We are green on the day, though, so we are very green. But here we go. Here's the opening bell. Hit the live button next to the play button. Put it in 2x speed. Who's coming with me, man? Days, you know the reference. You know the reference. Most people are, I don't know. They're not going to get it. All right, look, we're at 818s right now. Here's the opening bell. Good luck, guys. Here's the bell. Good luck, friends. And there's the bell. All right, so green candle. Little whippy price action. Look at this green showing up at the opening bell here. First move sometimes is the wrong move. Sometimes it's the wrong move. But yeah, some green showing up in the open. All right, we're at 850s here. A little bit of retracement back up towards the highs. In fact, we're almost back up to the highs of the day right now. Like I said, my bias is slightly bullish just because we're close enough to all-time highs. Look at the NASDAQ. Whoa, green open here on the NASDAQ, guys. Very green open. Intel pushing. NASDAQ pushing up 30,900s at the opening bell. Very, very green open. Wow. Look at this movement at the opening bell here. I will buy a dip now, but I need to wait 3 minutes or at least before I take any trades. What's interesting is that MU and SanDisk, at least MU, is pulling back some. SanDisk is actually ripping up 2,300 all-time highs now for SanDisk. Here's a dip. It's too early for the opening bell. Do I take 1 micro and break my rules? I don't think so. I gotta wait. But man, what a bunch of green at the opening bell, guys. Not quite at all-time highs yet. All-time highs are what, 975s? So we're not that far away from all-time highs, but we're not there yet on the NASDAQ here. MU and SanDisk are at all-time highs. All right, so here's another pullback right now. A minute and a half into the day. So now we're retracing about 50% of that opening candle here. And now we're back over 50%. So yeah, I don't want to buy this anymore. It's too big of a dip. Look at that. First move is the wrong move. It was a big first move though, which is interesting enough. Look at that. Wow. I don't know if I want to short now though. We're only 2 minutes into the day. I gotta wait, but man, not small movements here at the opening bell, guys. Not small movements. We'll watch the opening range. Yeah, so I saw that news earlier, Britt. Also, I'm gonna mute this just so the notifications don't keep going off. So just tell me if you send me something, I'll look at it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now we're pushing back higher here. SanDisk getting close to highs of the day. I want to short this. What are we, 2.5 minutes into the day? But we're still, I gotta follow my rules, and I can't really trade in the first 3 or 4 minutes. It's a reasonable rule, but yeah, I don't necessarily like missing it. I think it looks like a short, and there's the short. Yep. Yep, there's the short. It's just too close to the opening bell. Here's the 200 EMA. We'll see if this props it up. Once we have a huge move like this, and then a complete retracement of it, I think a lot of people are like, hey, I'm piling in short. And then this is where the next one becomes more readable. Again, it's still too close to the bell for me to trade, but NASDAQ might go red on the day if it keeps dropping. The green level in the NASDAQ is 727s. So it's down here. We pull back under some of these high volume nodes. We're looking more red on the day. We'll give it a second, but I don't hate this retracement, but it's still kind of too close. I could trade another 10 seconds. I like this short a lot though. Let me see if I can jump in. Kind of missed it again. Yep. Maybe not.
One says Marvell is dumping.
Yeah, MU's pulling back a little bit. SanDisk is as well, to be honest. Marvell is down to 302s. It still looks like a short. I just need a bounce to like 790, 795s. Maybe a little bit higher than that, actually. Maybe like 8. All right, I'm going to short it right here. 2 contracts. Maybe add more if it goes in my favor here. There we go. Okay, that looks better. We follow through now. It is kind of close to the opening bell. We are green on the day though. Hey, thank you,
Thanks
man.
for the donation.
Yeah, thank you, NM. Appreciate the donation, brother. I'm gonna add 1 more to this, take 3, and then leave it there. See if we retrace back down here, but I'll probably have to cut this soon. And we're basically flat on the day if we get out here.
Yo, it's that.
Big pullback. Yeah, we got to cut it. Just a big rebound back up here. So at this point in time, I have to just wait. We're going up and down by big margins today. Kind of whipping back and forth. MU just completely rebounded back up. So did Marvell here. That's what's partly driving this now. Yeah, my bias is bullish as well because we're so close to highs. But I think a big green move and then a complete retracement back down. Obviously, it looked more bearish short term. But what's really driving this is memory plays. Like MU rebounded completely back up there. And so we got some dips and then complete retracements. MU and SanDisk both ripped back up here is partially what's driving this rebound towards highs again. I shoot. So NY says, "Hey John, don't mind me asking this, but how much profit do you typically make when you day trade?" I usually shoot for anywhere between like $200 to $400 a day is what I shoot for. In terms of growth, once I have enough profit built up, it changes. But
what are the best and worst days you've had, just in memory?
I mean, best days thousands, worst days thousands. You know. Hey, best
Thanks
YouTube
for the donation,
community.
charity.
Yeah, thank you for the donos. Thank you, NM. Thank you, charity. Appreciate the love. Yeah, the more we push close to highs, the more optimistic I get on the long side, and the more like I'll look to buy dips. This is just a big rip back up. MU again back up to all-time highs. Just broke highs. 1204 all-time highs on MU now. SanDisk is up to 2300s or so right now. So yeah, we're moving right now. Let me see if I can get a dip. I wouldn't mind buying like 65s, but we'd have to get 65s. Bro, we have so many contractors at my house right now. We must have like 12 people, 13 people at my house right now. All right, let me see if we dip. Right. We're almost back to highs of the day now. SpaceX has fallen down to it's at 172s. All right, we just broke highs of the day again.
And hey, apropos of nothing, we have a little over 1,000 people in here right now. Everybody hit the like button. Get us to 300 likes for the day.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Yeah, thanks guys. We appreciate it. Yeah, look, we're at highs of the day again at 920s right now. So let's see if we hold.
Sorry, I'm late. I ordered the wrong wheels for my rollerblades. Got the square ones instead of the round ones. You got to be careful of that. Square wheels don't roll as well as round ones. I've heard.
They might roll better, you know.
I mean, maybe so. I mean, you know, based on the immutable laws of physics, I doubt it. But
let's reinvent the wheel, Britt. Let's make it square. All right, guys. Look, here's the dip. Here's the dip. I still want to buy a pullback, obviously, but I also think there's a chance we chop sideways right now. And I'll look for a pullback though. Give me 875, and I'll buy it. Momentum's on the upside though. Right now we're at 920s here. 920s. Yeah, it's not even just chip stocks. It's memory stocks, man. You know.
What's
NVIDIA
driving
up to 213s though?
Okay.
Well, just people getting baked into the data center dynamic. Just more data centers, I think is what it is.
Okay. Better on stairs. I've heard that, Sam. Hey, cool. The likes are pumping up pretty quick. Thanks, guys. I appreciate the reaction.
Yeah, Carol bought my watches in here. These are great watches. Maybe I'll wear both of them, one on one hand. You know.
Yeah, dude, do it. Just wear like 3 or 4 watches on one arm. You know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just wear one of them on both hands.
You look like that dude in the trench coat from Coming to America.
Yeah, bro. You know, do not drop these things, man. 927s.
There's some fire watches, John.
Yeah, thank you. Well, they're doing work in our closet, so you know. Let me see if we pull back. going up. I recommend most of your trades to be long today. Yeah, I mean, I have a bullish bias. What it really is, though, guys, like what's moving this, if you look at it right now, like you can see this pullback here. Look at MU pulling back simultaneously. Look at SanDisk pulling back simultaneously here. So memory is really what's driving it. Like they're kind of going back and forth. That's why the market's so whippy today. I am going to buy this dip, I think. Let's see. Just be careful doing it today. It's all based off of memory right now. So memory stocks are going to drive a lot of this move. It's going to depend on SanDisk, Nvidia, MU, a lot of these. Yeah, look at SanDisk dip. Back down to 2300s. Made its biggest moves in pre-market. And we just got a bunch of red showing up.
Our silver and gold moving in all this.
Man, big pullback here, guys. Big retracement back down. Looks red. Big dips. Yeah, SanDisk and MU about to hit lows of the day here, guys. Or lows of pre-market, I should say. Man, some red just showing up in markets here, guys. Wow. Look, this is SanDisk and MU related. So this is them pulling back such a big amount. Look at the SanDisk MU moves. Look at the NASDAQ here. Still dropping here. Look at the red show up here, guys. Wow. Very whippy price action today. Y'all be careful. Definitely a little sketchy. Hard to gauge. SpaceX, if we look at it. 171s. Well, I don't know if it's a rug pull. I think it's just memory correcting back down, so I'm scaring people. I don't see any news that would drive this. I think it's just memory kind of being weird. You know? We had Netanyahu speak 5 minutes ago. Maybe that. Or say something 5 minutes ago. Maybe that's driving it.
Yeah, it was basically just a continuation of the statement he put out earlier.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, it started dips up. Let's see if it keeps holding. I don't know if I want to buy this up yet either. Like, look, here's the NASDAQ. Big range, but choppy sideways. We're holding at the 200 EMA though here, so like, look, we are holding there. But a high volume area right now, I think we gotta just wait. Ten-year bonds. Well, we're back in the high volume area. 200 exponentials holding it, but choppy price action. We could maybe wait for this big range that we have today to break, is what I'm looking at. Maybe we'll get a break of this range. Microsoft going green. Could be rotation into software. Yeah, Microsoft back up to 380s. I want to short this though. I'm going to short 2 contracts here. Give it some time. Yeah, we did good in pre-market. The opening bell has just been really whippy here. It looks shortish, but we've also been very sideways. Lagarde says ECB not using neutral range to make policy decisions. Yeah, we're in a small trade here, but see if we get pushed down. Looks heavy, but there he goes. Seems heavy, but if we squeeze past this part, then we could run, obviously. Yeah, we're gonna have to cut it. Yeah, now I think we just gotta wait. Is Bitcoin ripping up? Yeah, Bitcoin up to 65 30s, 65 threes. Nasdaq popping back higher here. Let's see what oil's doing. Very choppy range though. What we do have though is we have a really easy range to watch. And we'll see if this holds. Might switch to an eval here and play with this now. Oh, wait. I mean, we're still close to all-time highs though, so I gotta go with a bullish bias here. Again, this is an eval, so we're kind of switching to an eval right now just while we can. We'll take some size and just kind of swing for this one. See if we get up there to highs. Take a little bit off up there, and then maybe add to it. The logic is we're so close to highs, the bullish bias is going to pull us up, but...
Later, Sam. Have a good one.
Hey, later, Sam. Y'all have a good day. We are going to be giving away a Lucid Flex account today, though. So...
Little incentive.
Yeah, exclamation point BGT, guys. We'll enter the giveaway. If you use exclamation point BGT in chat, you can enter the giveaway. We are green on this thing. I'll just add to this as it goes higher. Alright, so yeah, we're nicely green on this trade. I don't know if y'all see me kind of scale out of this thing along the way. But we have 3 contracts left. Gonna see if we can add more. And let this work. Well, yeah, you gotta just put exclamation point BGT in chat if you want to be part of the giveaway. It needs to be a standalone message, though. It can't be. You can't say that and then something else, you know. Unless you've already done it. If you already done it, then it doesn't matter. Alright, so we have a cushion now. We're gonna size up if we dip. Still look for that same dynamic here. 7 contracts now. There we go. There we go. We're gonna slowly scale out more.
Not gonna lie, it takes everything I have not to enter the giveaway.
Nah, dude. They'll do it. They'll do it.
I'm not. I wouldn't do that. I have more moral fiber than that.
Can y'all hear my dogs?
I can. I don't know about them.
Yeah, so remember the Apex sale ends tonight too at midnight. So if you want to take advantage of 90% off evals, five pack bundles and more. So this trade's actually going really well. I'll probably add to it. We're getting close to highs. But if you want to take advantage of the 5-pack bundle here, check out Apex. Cheapest accounts in the game. You can get 5 accounts for $17 each right now on Apex. If you want a cheap account to learn, Apex is the way. And they've upgraded a lot of their stuff. They have EOD drawdowns and more now. So check it out. Here's that link. German Shepherds is what they are.
A good deal, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody should get in on it.
Yeah, and with Lucid Flex, the eval we're giving away today, some of the best rules in the funding game, to be honest. You can use code BGT on Tradeify Lucid, take profit and more. So we're still heading up to these highs here. I'm gonna add more to this. I think double my size.
And tell them what they won, John. You know.
Yeah. Join the giveaway, guys. Exclamation point BGT. We're getting close to highs of the day now. A lot of this is dependent on memory, though.
I've been looking at King Shepherds.
We're dipping down now. Propping it up. I'll take a little bit more off up there, kind of reduce risk now that we're dipping down and cut it right there. So we made a bunch on the trade. Robinhood account not working? I don't know, brother.
SpaceX been a little trouble
just
with
tapped
Robinhood the last couple
170.
weeks.
Yeah, well, the SpaceX IPO had some trouble for sure. I like Lucid, Jonathan, because Lucid Flex, like this is why I like Lucid Flex. Like if you look at Lucid Flex, the rules in these accounts, like if I go to funded rules here in Lucid Flex, no daily loss limit, no consistency rule. Once you're funded in Lucid Flex, I think that is why a lot of people like it. End of day drawdowns and everything, which means like it doesn't follow you up. You know, like if you have a trailing, if you have an intraday trail and you make $500, your drawdown on the 50K is still 2,000. No matter how much profit you make on the day, your drawdown is still 2,000. Versus an end of day trail where if you make $1,000, your drawdown is now 3,000. You make another $1,000, your drawdown is now 4,000. I like those rules a lot better. So we got a big range here today, guys. Let's see if MU and these others can kind of find some support here. I don't mind attacking another long right here, but I'm going to start small. We're going to start small. We're not going to add to it if it doesn't go up. And again, chat, if you want to enter the giveaway, you just got to put exclamation point VGT. You might be able to win a Lucid Flex account, 50K Lucid Flex.
You won't know if you don't try, so get in on it.
Yeah. All right, so we did go back up here. There we go. Better. All right, we'll add some now. Small though, we'll slowly add to this. There we go. Take some off now. Take some more off. MU and SanDisk are starting to bounce back is what it looks like to me. Yeah. Alright, we're getting back up to highs. I'm gonna cut it here, then maybe buy another pullback. Look at these movements though. Wait, is the giveaway still going on? Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, if you win, you just enter the code at checkout. Back up to highs. I will buy another dip pretty quickly here if it gives me a reasonable one. It looked like a little bit too less, not enough meat on that move, but it... SanDisk back up. Looks like we're gonna push towards highs of the day, and then in turn all-time highs. Should have bought the dip.
I sent you something.
Alright.
And that's from me, not from anybody else.
Yeah, the 15-minute orb is going to just be the first 15 minutes after the opening bell of price action, which would be right here. Right, so that's the 15-minute orb. We might break it here. We're getting close to high of the day. No, that is intraday drawdown, Don. End of day drawdown means if you make up $1,000 on the day, then your drawdown's now $3,000 if it was previously $2,000 for like a 50K. So end of day means they calculate it at the end of the previous day versus it following you up intraday. So it gives you more room to make profits on the day, basically, on an end of day drawdown if you build up profits. Can y'all hear my dogs? I know you can, Britt, but everybody else.
What? Dogs?
Hear my dogs.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, end of day's better, Don, objectively. All right, we just broke highs of the day, got up to 399.34s. I want to pull back though.
Basically, maybe it gets rid of that $2,000 loss limit, no matter like how much profit you've taken or whatever on the day.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna take some size and take maybe a little bit more risk than I would normally take here. Just because I think we're gonna want all-time highs today, unless we get some news.
Yeah, and honestly, that is much more fair because I mean, if you're up, $3 or $4 or $5 grand, like if you go and you drop back down 2 or more, I mean, you haven't really lost $2 grand. You've just lost profit.
Yeah, we hear your dogs loud and clear. Yeah, they like I said, there we got probably 15 people here right now. All right, I'm gonna buy heavy on this pullback if we get it. Yeah. So I was up hundreds, and then Carol came to talk to me, and now I'm only up $60, Britt. Tell me whose fault this is.
Well, I know better than to blame the wife, so I'm going to blame the chat.
It's definitely the chat's fault.
Yeah.
There we go. We're back up now. Let's see if we can rebound here like a lot of people think we're going to.
Welcome, DJ Monty.
Hey, thank you for becoming a member, my friend. Hey, yeah, there we go. We're going to start unloading some size. But it quickly fell right back down here. We're still up big on the day, though. There we go. We're going to take some more off up here. We'll let this rest run.
I joined in just so I can use the dog emoji. Hey, I mean, that's as good a reason as any, you know?
Hey, thank you, brother. Thank you, DJ. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, brother. All right, so we're pushing up. Take a little bit more off here.
I mean, to be fair, I only made friends with John so I could hang out with his dogs, you know?
They're pretty cool. They are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Sandusky debut starting to pop big, though, here. There we go. We're back to highs of the day. Take a little bit more off and then add back some size, baby.
John asks if this is the funded account.
This is the eval. No, I switched to an eval earlier. That's why I'm trying to take bigger size. Is because I can make 3K a day and get funded in 2 days. So I'm trying to. I'm up 1,100 or so right now. I will add some size back to this thing though. The problem is that if we don't hold here and we start to retrace, a lot of the long optimism trades could get squeezed out. So it looks good up here, but if we start to reverse, it could get sketchy. So I still am bullish, but I gotta watch for a reversal here too. MU and SanDisk have completely pushed back higher here though. So, and I don't mind taking more risk on this since we're very green on the day, but I don't want to see a big breakdown here. Meta announces Instagram for TV will now be available with Samsung.
Yeah, I saw
Again,
that.
guys, exclamation point BGT to enter giveaway. If you want, you could win a Lucid Flex account.
Yep, but you gotta enter, and you gotta join the Discord.
Yeah, let's see if it holds.
Also, I'm tired of everybody getting into the TV game. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it just means more ads.
Yeah.
Bull or bear where we're at now, guys? What do you guys think? Are y'all bullish or bearish?
Definitely one of the two.
Taking too long here on the upside. There we go. I don't like that retracement back down, so I'm gonna start to lower my size some here. Looks like it might break. Yep. Cut it. Shorts need some love too. At this point, maybe. Could have got it faked out here though.
Lucid to cut about 18% of U.S. workforce. COO Mark Winterhoff to depart.
Yeah, I saw that. And look at SpaceX, guys. So SpaceX is still kind of dipping here. So people, they're talking about SpaceX. Look, we're about to get over highs again. I think I kind of have to buy. We're so close to all-time highs here that I'm going to take some risk into this. We have a cushion on the day, so we can handle it. But and this is an eval, so I can kind of swing for the fences here. And I'm not saying it's good, but there we go. If we get up there to all-time highs in the NASDAQ, which I think the closer we get, the more probable it becomes here. There we go. Sometimes we get fake outs at the top. There we go. There we go. Kind of liquidating some of this along the way, so we're going to be green no matter what, most likely. Now we can hold the rest, though. Yeah, you only have to enter exclamation point BGT once if you want to join the giveaway. Looks like your poll was right. The chat rules. Yeah, I guess so. Alright, so we're back up to highs here. I'll take a little bit more off now that we're at the highs. 975 is the all-time high on the NQ, guys, is right here. Alright, which is the dynamic I'm trying to take advantage of, is this pull that we might have towards it. I don't normally buy high of the days, but I think being so close to all-time highs might get people excited here. So I'm kind of slowly taking profit off, but holding some to see if we get up there. This is what I'm doing. I think there's a lot of pull towards that all-time high level and then NQ, and I think we might actually break it pretty soon here. There we go. Yep. Take a little bit more off along the way. SanDisk MU still ripping. SpaceX still dipping. What are yields doing? Yields are falling. No, actually, yields are jumping up a little bit. NASDAQ's still at this high of the day level. We're $10 away, 10 points away from all-time highs here, chat. We're so close, though. Luckily, we have a cushion now, so we can maybe add some on a pullback and look for that final push up there. Right now we're dipping down some. Like I said, I might add a little bit more on this dip. We also have to look at like 31,000, which is probably another pull. Like 31,000 psychological level makes sense. MU and it dipping down a little bit here, though. I don't know if I want to size in yet. There we go. Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit more size here on that bounce. It looks like we're really close to tapping all-time highs on the NASDAQ. And then after that, you have the 31,000 dynamic as well. We're already really green on the day with a large cushion, so I think 31,000. All-time highs that I'm showing on my chart for the NQ are 750. 30,975, I mean. So... So we're very close to it. We got up to 67s. Uh-oh. Alright, I'm going to size in here and just take some risk, assuming that we're going to move back up there quickly. Buys are going to jump in at these levels. Very large size, though, but we have a very large cushion on the day, so we can take it. And we might be giving back our whole cushion. Let's see.
User reports indicate problems with X down detector. I read that on X.
Oh, well, the irony.
Self-informing, you know?
Yeah, US Japanese yen falls to 161 to 161.60s. Give me this bounce. Let the buyers show up. I'm gonna have to cut some of this though, probably, on this bounce here, just to protect. Yeah, we're gonna have to liquidate some of this here. Give the rest time. Maybe add back if we start to bounce. The market's not beyond faking people out, getting 10 points away from all-time highs and then pulling back down. I've seen it happen, of course, a lot. But I also think we're going to get some recovery. There's some. Back up. The only thing is if we really break down, shorts are going to start to get squeezed and they're going to liquidate, and that's going to be risky. So as long as we don't push down too much here, it still looks okay. You still have the all-time high bias momentum. We're about flat on the rest here. I'm gonna take some off and just lower my size now that this pushback is holding a little bit better than we wanted it to. Where's memory? Yeah, we're about flat on the day now. We're gonna start to liquidate. Give it a second, maybe. Yeah. Interesting price action. Yeah, I mean, I think we'll still test these all-time high levels, but it's just about whether bulls get nervous. We got really close to all-time highs though, so I still think that dynamic is there. But I think it's a hard dynamic to capitalize on. We'll take our risk. Like, I can always reset this account. I want to try to make 3,000 today and 3,000 tomorrow. We got some size here though, so it's risky, but we'll see if the bullish bias props us up. Looks bearish though here, to be honest. Buys starting to step in. It looks like this eval is gonna, unless we retrace back up quick, which we're starting to do. Well, the FOMC was definitely hawkish. The summary of economic projections is what was sketchy here. You know, like the summary of economic projections was not good at all. You know, higher inflation forecast, higher rate hike odds now after the SCP last week. Yeah, just fake out at all-time highs here, unfortunately, guys. Yeah, we just got stopped out on this eval. Boo. We'll go back to our funded and play with this now, but like I said, on a eval, I'm kind of crazy with my trading, which is okay. You know, like that's how it goes. Reset it right now. All right, this is eval 2. This is our funded account right here. Sorry, but yeah, SpaceX is under 170s right now, so SpaceX is kind of in a mess right now, to be honest. So this is eval 2. We're green on this one, but I think we're green on this one. Or no, this is the funded account. I'm sorry. What are we at on this eval? Okay, we're actually down a little bit on the day, but we're still green net on the eval. Or not the eval, the funded.
Where'd you say SpaceX was?
SpaceX is at 168 right now.
Man.
Yeah, it's a tough day, to be honest, man. Like it looks like we're gonna start moving up big, and then we're kind of just big range but choppy. Like remember, I said if we start to break down under specific spots, if we start to break down, then we can really break down. Those longs can start to get squeezed out. You know.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's going on now. Is all the people that got excited at all-time highs like I did. I ruined everything.
You got rug pulled.
I don't know if it's a rug pull. It's just a fake out with a lot of optimism at all-time highs.
Yeah.
A lot of it has to do with memory too. Memory has been really back and forth.
Beckett asks, is it better to reset or just buy another one on Lucid?
I mean, it depends. Which one?
Yeah.
I have to look at how much a new eval costs. Resetting that 100K one cost me 140 bucks. And this is the second one. I'm still bullish here though, guys. I don't mind taking a couple swings. But I'm going much bigger size because it's an eval. I'm down on my funded. So like I'll swing for the fences on eval 2 here. Give the stream something to watch today. Remember, use exclamation point BGT and you can win one of these evals. Potentially.
Yeah, you too could win on Who Wants to Be a Trader. You know.
You know. I mean, we're right back up to where we're like, we're taking some size here, but I want to try to get that 3K in one go. All right, we got 44. There we go.
Oh, bummer, Keo. I hope the next one works out for you.
Yeah, it might be a revenge trade. It's an eval, though. Like, I'm just trying to get that 3K bit. I still have my bullish bias here. But, you know, we can blow some evals and have some fun. And, of course, the chat's going to be like, you're the worst trader ever half the time. And that's fine. Maybe I am today, you know.
The worst trader ever today.
Just today. Top 3 worst ever, for sure.
Yeah.
Just today, though. To be fair, the market's definitely a little trappy today, so at the very least, I'm doing it with evals. You know?
Yeah. And no problem, Keo. You know, good vibes.
It definitely might be revenge trading. The market kind of, yeah, we just lost the second one. The market, honestly, got really close to all-time highs and then dumped down here. So maybe I should have taken the reversal short. But look at this red candle here, too. Look at this. Eval 2 gone today, guys. Blow it evals. Look, use coupon code BGT. Help a losing trader today, guys. Coupon code BGT.
Help John recover today.
You should be following me, bro. You should be following me. Yeah, I mean, look, we're down slightly in our funded account today. We're down $50. So
wait. So that's a second eval you blew?
yeah,
you blew?
Yeah.
That's
Greed,
okay.
American greed. Here is what this was, guys. American greed. You know,
that's terrible, John. I've only ever blown one eval. You know?
I went from passing it in one try the other day to losing 2 in a day. That's the nature of trading, though. Is gold ripping? We follow the vibes. Bad vibes today, guys. Gold is flat, kind of.
So it's staying in the $4,200 range.
John, don't worry. You have SpaceX. I know, dude. It's not making me feel good. It's not making me feel good today, bro. Look, we're at 168s. Yeah, listen, I can lose 2 evals and then laugh it off. Some people get really serious. Not me. I'll make fun of myself here today, guys. That's what we do here. I'll make fun of myself all day. I'm my own worst critic. Look at SpaceX.
Don't make fun of yourself, John. Then you're just going with the crowd.
I know, dude. Listen, it started with the yen. Yeah. Save a trader. That's right. Elite vibes. Definitely elite.
I don't know why, but it started with the yen just sounds like a song title.
Yeah. It probably did start with the yen. We had stuff going on with the Bank of Japan. Right in the middle of the 15-minute orb. Bounced off the open too. Well, it kind of faked out the orb. Like, look, here's the 15-minute orb. We broke highs, got close to all-time highs, and then dipped all the way back down. I still think there's a chance we hold here and keep back higher, but I'm not going to do it. Today's the end of your career? Definitely.
Well, how long it back after 10:30? Source, trust me, bro.
Hey, those are the best sources, bro.
Oh, yeah. Would I lie to you?
Those trust me, bro sources are one.
Yeah.
Started from the yen, now we're here. Yeah.
I've had a
Now
few
the
of
whole-
those trust me, bro sources, and it never worked out for me.
Yeah, tomorrow we have what? We have ADP data. Sweeping lows. Yeah, I don't know. My bias, even though it's gotten me in trouble today, is bullish.
Yeah, let's see.
I think we're either gonna break highs short, like early or later today. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I could don't freaking copy me, guys. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you're right. ADP weekly tomorrow.
8:15.
Last manufacturing PMI.
Yeah, I doubt we're gonna really move too much from ADP data. Not unless it comes in like a shocking print. Dude, they forced an update. PMI might move things a little bit more than ADP. It just depends on what the numbers show. My phone forced an update, and now it's like laggy.
Yeah, updates always make things better.
Dude, they're just trying to pull more data, dude.
I know.
You know?
SpaceX shares extend losses, last down 8.8% at 168.50.
John, you're fired. I know, I feel it. Listen, guys, I'm gonna give you guys 5 more minutes. 10:30 is when we're gonna do the giveaway. 10:30. So exclamation point BGT. Do I have a banner up for this? I think I probably do. Here, hold on. I got a banner somewhere for the giveaway. There we go. No, it just says giveaway closed. Alright. How do I reset this thing, dude? Reset it. Exclamation point BGT, guys. Oh, I know how to do it. There we go. There's the timer for the giveaway. Yeah, my dogs are barking here, dude. Like I said, we got about 15 contractors here right now.
Dude, if your feet are hurting, take your shoes off.
You only have to enter it once, though, guys. You don't have to enter it a bunch. You enter it once, you're in the giveaway. Right now in the giveaway, I see Little Tunes, Johnny, First Last, Altuve, Deckers, Plasma, Doggo, Humo, Global, Ed, Straight Jackets, JB, Sam, Asif, Ski, Killing Frenzy, Adrian Garcia, Lyrical, Crack, Ola, The Real Jono, J Violet, Pew, Rambling, Keegan, Sid. I see 2 JB Tech trades, though. That's fine, I guess. Fred, Backflip, Wheel, MGS, Beckett, Ahmed, Tweak. I went for a walk today. Steve, Matt, Jonathan, Cho, Guide, Mr. Sneaky, Christian, Kevin, Jason, Batty, Ben, JEP, Lee, Talk, Lou, and a bunch of other people. I'm not going to name them. It takes too long. And I guess the question to ask is, are you bullish or bearish today, guys? Bull or bear right now? SpaceX is honestly down to 166 right now. See, apparently all you gotta do is give people a timer for the giveaway, you know? Nobody wants to enter it until you start giving them time pressure. Nasdaq's still falling down here. Bull, but questioning it. Bearish now. You'll win again, John. One day I'll win again. Low-key bear. Peace talk is sketchy. We'll see a nice V-shape soon. I think we're going to get up to all-time highs here. Markets are just getting faked out. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Not investment advice. Yeah, X is down for some. I don't see any news. I think this is just markets getting sketched out here. I don't see anything. I see Alphabet's down. It is under 350s. SpaceX is down 8.8% to 160s. Netflix is down. Alright guys, how much time have we got left to the giveaway?
$240 something.
Yeah. Dude, I swear, my dog Bruce never gets tired of barking, dude. He will just keep on freaking barking, bro. Maybe you just rebounded back up.
Well, you know, you need to give him a talking to is what it is.
Honestly, dude, he just barks. He's a barker, you know?
Bob Barker.
Yeah. His name should be Bob. That would be a great name for him, to be honest.
I know. I know.
How much time we got? 2 minutes, chat. 2 minutes. Exclamation point BGT will enter you into this glorious giveaway of a 50K Lucid Flex account. If you don't win, you could always use my coupon code BGT.
A beautiful giveaway. Some say the best giveaway.
Yeah.
I didn't put a whole lot of effort into that one, honestly.
Honestly, I kind of ADHD'd your joke. I'm sorry, Britt. I didn't even hear it.
That's okay. It was hilarious, though.
He might have seen your losing trades. Yeah, he might be barking at me to stop trading. That's true. Yeah. It's honestly one of my worst type of days. It's a day in which we go up, fake out, and go all the way back down to the bottom of the range. I don't trust it enough to go short. I deserve this. I just burned my Flex account. Yeah. I mean, look, I think today's one of those days. Where's Limp Bizkit at? Because today's just one of those days. NASDAQ is starting to break down here, though. Very nice opening range. Looks like we were going to break all-time highs after the orb break, and then we just dumped down for the last 30 minutes or so. 25 minutes, so maybe we continue down, but I don't really trust the market enough to do it. Your trading videos are awesome. Hey, thank you, man. You win some, you lose some. That's right. You guys ever met in person? No, I just have to imagine what Britt looks like. Imagine he looks like Will Ferrell, you know, or that drummer from Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know, that's what I think Britt looks like.
You mean Flea? That's totally what I look like. I got Flea's tooth gap, and I've got Will Ferrell's like weird stomach scar.
Flea is not the drummer; he's the bass player, Britt. You know,
I don't care which one it is.
Get it right, dude.
They're all Flea, dude.
Have you ever Googled Britt?
That's what everybody knows.
I know. Google Will Ferrell. Look at it, observe it, Britt, and then Google. I don't remember his name, but the drummer from Red Hot Chili Peppers. All right, Google both of them. Tell me what you see. Right now, do it right now, Britt.
Isn't Anthony Kiedis the lead singer?
I don't know, something like that.
And okay, well then you don't, lecture me about not knowing who the drummer is.
Flav, you only have to enter it once, bro. Only have to enter it once, dude. All right, is the giveaway over? All right, I'll give you guys 30 seconds. 30 seconds, exclamation point BGT to enter said giveaway. If you've already entered it, you don't need to enter it again. NASDAQ still flushing down though here, guys. Look at this.
Dude, that is ridiculous.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to Google it. Yeah. Now you see what I was talking about, dude.
That's wild. Yeah, I thought you were just making some weird comparison.
Yeah. See, I'm not, dude. I'm telling you. Yeah, Britt just realized how much they look alike.
It's like the dude from Smashing Pumpkins and Bill Burr. Like, they're pretty sure they're brothers. They look almost just alike.
Yeah, they looked exactly alike, dude. All right, chat. Let's do this giveaway here. We got a lot of last-minute stragglers. I'll give you 10 seconds. 10, 9, exclamation point BGT. We'll enter you the giveaway in the chat. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.5, 3 1/4, 3.
BGT, it's exclamation.
2 and 3/4, 2 1/2, 2 1/4, 1, and 1 and 3/4, 0.5.
You're doing the math right. You're doing the math right, but I like that you're changing the denominators.
Listen, guys, here we go. All right, we're here. All right, let's do this giveaway. Let's see who wins. There's not really any news, no. Not that's driving it. I think markets just got faked out at all-time highs. All right, we're doing it right now. And the winner of the giveaway is
me.
Guider G. Giderg. You win, bro. You win. Announce yourself in the next 2 minutes in the chat, or you win nothing. You get nothing. You know. Guider, where are you, sir? Guider. Yeah, SpaceX is dumping down. It's at 166s. Alright, guys, we're going to give Guider... Okay, look, he wins. He's in the chat. Alright, brother. You just got to join our Discord, and I will send you the code for 100% off a Lucid Flex 50K account. Congratulations, sir. Here is the Discord link. He's here. Here's the Discord link.
Congratulations, Guider.
You've done it. You've won. The chat is jealous now.
Guider,
there's
no
the
guiding.
Look, there's the Discord link right there. Congratulations, my friend. You've won. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Oh, you're on it? Nice, bro. All right, just message me in the main trading chat. I'll send you the link, bro. I got you, dude. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here before I lose more money because today is just one of those days where I am not reading the market well. It happens to the best of us. Love to everybody here. Yeah, it's a 50K eval for Lucid Flex. If you haven't won the giveaway, you can always use my coupon code. Again, look, let me do some plugs here real quick. Apex, shameless plugs. Apex right now. This sale ends today, guys. This sale ends today. They have end of day drawdown options now. You can get 5 end of day drawdown Apex accounts, $35 each, $175 for 5 of them for 25K. 50K, $195, $39 each. A better deal for 50K. 5 bundle of 50K is $200. Right here on Apex, $200. End of day drawdown types and more. There's even a no activation fee, and they have end of day drawdown options, no payout denials, no MAE rule, no 5-1 rule. If you want the cheapest account though, guys, look at this. It's literally $17 each. Cheap evals for sure. $17 each. If you want to help support the channel, you can check them out. You can also check out Lucid, which in my opinion has some of the best funded rules in the game. So Apex, you can use the coupon code Tradeify. Has got some great stuff as well here. So be sure to check out Tradeify, guys. They got some good stuff too. Tradeify has like the select plan where you can kind of choose your path, so to speak. You can use coupon code BGT on that. And Take Profit Trader has got some of the best for new traders. Like some of the best rules for new traders. And so if you haven't already, check them out. You can use my code BGT, get the best discounts. Y'all be safe. Have a great day. Y'all be safe in this market. It's definitely a little fake outy. I still think we're going to break all-time highs today, but I don't think it's a sure thing now that we actually went red for a little while today on the NASDAQ. But have a great day, guys. I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good. I got contractors here and stuff, so be safe today.
Have a good one, everybody.
Not investment advice. We are not investment professionals.